Let it be a comedy.
Yes. Yes.
Like in the
Yes.
end, it's always a comedy. It's never. If you still think it's a drama, you know what I mean? Like it's just we wrote it. We're the writer, the director, the actor, the producer, and we
Creating every detail
every
and being
detail. We
triggered
yeah,
by
yeah,
our own
exactly.
details.
I triggered my own dramatic storyline in order to have an experience to remember it's a comedy. And we're just here to play, here to just pretend, pretend.
Oh my gosh.
So much, so
Yes.
dramatic.
We had to
Yes.
go through every window of the spectrum of perspective and realities. All the ones, all of them we made up. As we let go of some, we made up some other shit.
A new bad guy, a new bad guy. Today, this week, it's Israel, and then it's
Yes.
so
Continually a new enemy to
yeah.
defeat, and it was never fucking ending. They were like bots. They were like bots who knew how to reproduce themselves, and they kept reproducing themselves over and over again. Oh
So
my gosh.
exactly,
Right?
exactly. That's it. There's
You
that
know, it's
old.
like my experience. Sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking it was kind of like my experience when I go into the bathroom now in these public bathroom, women's bathrooms. They have you performing to get the water out of the tap. You got to hit it just right. I don't know if you ever are really
Oh my god.
lucky, but it makes me do a whole dance and whatever just to get the water
You
to
gotta
open
have the
up. And,
relationship. Yeah.
right?
What do we? Yeah. What's your?
And the
How do I have to
sensory
touch
thing with
you
the
to get you
soap,
to?
the sensory thing with the soap, and how you got to do the right for the paper towels and whatever.
Whatever. Yes.
And
Is
just
it? Are you this? Is it this? Is it this?
am I hitting it just right? Am I doing?
Ah,
Yes,
exactly. It's all.
yes.
It's such a dance. It's such a hilarious setup. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh
it
my
was
god.
so juicy and so entertaining. It really was. Let me tell you, it had me grabbed and transfixed. And
Yeah.
this
I
this
was.
this liberation. No, but the thing about it is it's like I used to be attracted to spiritual awakening stories of people like Eckhart Tolle, right? Where it
Right.
just happened in a matter of hours. It was an intense 48 hours, and they walked through the chasm, the birth canal. My birth was like slow. I swear, mother was like in breach with me. I tried to come out ass first.
Resisting it all. I hear that. I hear that. Yeah. I was like, yeah. So I was like, in,
I was
like
trying to
endless
come out of
labor.
the
It was like
opening with my ass first.
I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, yeah. Why would I want to awaken and have a I've got a dramatic story to engage with. I've got so many people to fight. I've got a real battle on my hands. You want
I
me to
got enemies, damn
I
it.
got enemies. And so you don't know. You don't know. You
And
know what
I've
I'm
got
into?
curses. Yes, yes, I've got curses. In fact, I got like a scarlet letter on my forehead for shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I have demons to fight. I got real problems. You don't know. I
Oh
like
my.
number one victim here.
Oh. I'm helpless, damn it.
I'm helpless.
I can't do anything about any of this shit.
Yeah, my hands were tied from before I was born. And so I don't know who tied them.
I
I'm still I you know there's that pogo, you know that cartoon from like the 40s, and it's the little two little guys in the boat, I used to have it in my bulletin board when I was a therapist at community mental health center, and it just said, "We found the enemy. It is us." They're like in a boat with their spears, like we're going to find the enemy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do you know how many years I was in fuck no, that can't be? When I started my spirituality journey in my 20s, I'm sure I came across some beings who said that same message, and I said, fuck no, it can't be right.
It can't be right. Totally. Totally. Oh, 100%.
I gotta have
100%.
the experience to verify that that's right. I gotta have the experience. No, I can't take your word for it. I've gotta have the experience. So
Yes,
let
I
me truck on out there and have my experience.
let me let me keep up the good fight. I'm sure I'll get to the end.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Well, this is what you say, right? Like what did you say? You're on your page, it says your liberation journey one trigger at a time. And as a
Because
therapist,
I
for
knew the
30
triggers
years,
were the source of the liberation,
you're the
right?
source of the
I
liberation. Yes.
Yes, they were leading me to each other. The liberation was existent, and the trigger had to be existent in polar opposite because we live on these spectrums of polarities, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, all right. So if the trigger is here, damn it, then it means the liberation is also here. Damn it, why can't I be in the liberation? Why am I in this fucking trigger? And I just had to work on each one, deactivating the landmine of this trigger. And yeah, I'm so I'm so happy about the whole journey. I'm happy about the slowness and how I tried to birth myself ass first instead of just trying to shove my head there. So, yeah, she just had to create that slow. She had to make it slow. I
She had
couldn't.
to
She didn't want me to catch up with myself because it was 62. I was supposed to be doing this, right?
100%.
Banging into next year being 63, and it also coinciding with 6-3. I don't freaking know. Something magical is happening, and there's a quickening. There's an ever more intense feeling of a quickening.
Totally.
Woo! Shh. Wow.
Ooh, I felt that. Whew. Ripples down my
Mm.
body.
Mm. Wow. I'm so happy to be here.
So happy you're here. So fun.
You
So
know?
fun. All your
This
words, absolutely quickening. Yes, we are in the birth canal. We are, and it is birthed. It's like a birth after birth after birth. We are birthing this new and ancient, remembered future, like I called this.
right. Yeah. Because I've seen this in this reality in a multiplicity of ways. Some of them have been, the past life experience that I shared with you, where I got this window into the sense of small community that lived at the base of a mountain, and walking up the mountain, there was a cave that the women would go into, and that was like a temple space for us. We sang, we drummed, we danced, we shared poetry, we collaborated artistically with one another, we shared energy. The little ones, the smallest little ones, would come with us, and the rest of the children would be down with the men. That the men were taking care of that,
Beautiful.
and remembering this love of the earth so much that we would decorate ourselves with mud designs because we wanted it to be that close to us, you know?
Mm. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's just, it's like, as I can taste it. Like my bones go, yes, yes, yes. That's what I
Yeah,
want. That's what we all want. And men too,
yeah.
I love that image. I just made a video right before we got on where I was like, there's no, it's not superiority or hierarchy. We have to get rid of those words. It's positionality, it's centrality and primacy. There's women and children first, but the men are right there. It's not as if they're not there, and it's not as if there isn't a constant flow, and it's not as if anybody is ever, ever, ever deprived. You know, it's just a matter of focus, an ordinal thing. And I've seen the same thing where men are, like, I've drawn these circles where we have women and children at the center, but men are right there. It's not, it's just that it's not that they're the caretakers, they're all these things, but our flow, our movement to go to the cave or to whatever it is the keeps the flow of the community going. We're first in that, we're first in, and we're in the front of the boat, you know?
Hmm.
So your image just was like, oh yes, yum.
Hmm. And there was a time that I labeled as a past life, but then, everything is happening so simultaneously.
Yeah.
So it, on the one hand, it could be a future. It's a now. It definitely is a now because it's in a now in my remembering. And every time I remember it, I'm amplifying it on a
Yes.
higher vibrational level
Yes.
because for me, it's showing me what's possible even if it's not happening now, which I would be surprised if it's not happening now, that vibration isn't happening right now. You all right?
Yes. Exactly. It is. It is. It's just not in the immediate three-dimensional space, but it is
Mm,
here. You know, like, I
yeah.
think of it like, in an ecosystem where there's like bird level and worm level and squirrel level. You know what I mean? They're all
Mm,
happening at the same time.
mm,
And
mm,
we just poke into bird levels like, oh, this is what's happening here, right
mm.
here. And then
Yeah.
it manifests as we, you could call it ascend, as the veils drop, as we remember. It just manifests in front of
Mm,
our eyes.
yes. This bubbling up.
Yes,
I
bubbling up.
feel this collective, creative bubbling up,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, exactly. An emergence.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, because this is the juiciness of this internet experience. And while we have it, why not amplify what it can do, which is to spread the message, spread the message.
Exactly.
Yes. Connect
Exactly.
us all over the place. We don't need a majority. We don't need a majority. This conversation that I was just telling you that I posted on my Substack profile, the YouTube link between Mayor Cromwell and this Dr. David, I'm not good for names, but anyway, he's the one that's doing earthrising.com and their movement where they meet to meditate on a regular basis all over the world, and they're doing subtle activism.
Mm.
I saw this as potentiality. I saw this and wanted to be involved with this. And so there I am, the creator being. I created them, and it's just time for me to connect with them. Just like it's time for me to connect with you. All
Yes.
of this came from a yearning to amplify and to find others in that same resonance and how we can amplify each other and create waves more of this quickening and waves more of this quickening for those who are ready, for those who are ready. And as he says, we don't need a majority. It is more important the focus. If the group is small, whether if they're spread out, if they're together in the same neighborhood, if they're together in the same state or town, right?
Yep.
The
Exactly.
importance is focus and the consistency and the commitment
Yes.
into
You.
knowing that we are in creative space collectively with each other and we choose to share our energy collectively in a focused way in
Mhm.
creating heaven on earth because it is here.
Yep.
It was always here. It was
It was
always
always here.
here. It was always here. It was always here.
It
It
was
was
always
always
here.
here in existence. It's always been here. It didn't die.
No.
You know,
No.
our
No.
resonance to it became interfered and blocked
Yes.
and
Exactly.
trapped and energy sucked and forced to live in survival mode so that we would not be in a place of rest, that we could connect with creativity and Mother Nature and all of that to keep you to be a battery that someone else can suck your energy and life force from.
Precisely.
And if you don't
Precisely.
watch out, they can suck your life force from birth all the way to fucking death.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
Exactly.
maybe that's the story that you created, you wanted. That's a story that I thought was likely was the thing, and then when it didn't, I decided to question the veracity of that. Is that really true? It took me on another journey, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Yep.
I
Yep.
find it interesting that right now the lawn guys have decided to come and they're running the weed whacker.
Always interesting. It added dramatic effect. It was the amplification.
Yes, yes. Even
Plus one.
they. There is no conspiracy against me. Absolutely everything is conspiring for
All to support you.
me.
Every single thing.
For
Turns out it was all for you.
me. Yeah, man. Even the triggering, that's working for me. To
Yes.
deactivate me. To
Yes.
remember me.
Every time. No exceptions. Everything is for us. And what an incredible
Yes.
thing. What an incredible plot twist. That it was all
Yes.
for us instead of against us. And that we wrote it. And that, yes, we like wake,
Yes.
it's like waking up inside of a horror film script and being like, wait a minute. I don't want to keep fighting and believing these fears. Like it's not working for me. It's really it's it's fatiguing. And then
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
I want
remembering,
to play on another level because I
play
know
on
that
another
there's
level.
another level in which to live this situation, right?
Yes,
I know
yes,
that there is another level on which I can live this particular situation. This can be the worst fucking thing that ever happened to me, or this could be the best thing that ever fucking happened to me. And it can also be simultaneous.
yes,
It
yes.
usually is simultaneous. There is these mixing of both elements. You're trying to go like, ooh, am I more in the overwhelm of the juiciness of this, or am I in the overwhelm of, oh no, I can't do this. Oh my God, this is too hard for me.
Totally, totally. Every
I
time
changed
agree. I
my mind.
can't do. Never mind. Never mind. All this expansion and birth and beauty and elevation. No, no, that can't be
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
I'm
It's
sure it can't for you.
childbirth. It's just one rhythm of
Childbirth.
childbirth into another rhythm of childbirth.
Yes,
You
we are
know?
meant to ever expand and
Yes.
ever,
And when we're
ever
seeing that we're
be energy.
cooperating and creating these instances for our expansion, you
Yes,
know?
exactly. Yes, yes. It's all for our expansion. Because what else are we doing? You know, we don't like stagnation is no fun. There's no. It's if you look at anything in nature, we like, and if you watch just a baby grow up, it's crawling isn't enough. We want to walk, and then we want to run, and then we
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so the idea
Yeah.
that that stops at some point, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is why there are no finiteness to this whole thing. It's just, it keeps just multiplying with each. I don't want to use, the language is so, but with each learning, with each expansion, with each reaching the full crest of a particular learning, and you go, wow, I could do that. I transitioned from this mindset, and now here I am, that it's in the body. It lives with me, it moves through me as a reality. It's not something that I'm trying to remember anymore. It's actually in me. This is possible. So, can we amp up the juiciness as well of what's possible?
What else is
Well,
possible?
why not? Why
Yes.
not? We're
Yes.
here. Why
We're here.
not?
What else are we doing? What
Right.
else are we doing?
Why not test these limitations that we've been given? We've been
Yes.
told.
We've
Let
been
me
told.
let's just
Yes.
yes. Can
Yes.
we just
Yes.
test and see if that's really true? You
Yes.
know?
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And it turns out every single time the limit was a lie. I've never
Yes.
found an exception.
Yes. Every
For my
single time I've
every
turned
single time.
to question it, to question it, to question it, it slowly just dissipates.
Yes.
Whatever
Exactly.
material I gave it to, it just starts to thread and go, oh, you weren't real after all. Oh,
Yep. Yep.
okay. Damn.
Exactly. Exactly. And then it's like, well, then we're so I seem to be limitless. Everything and everyone is limitless. So
Yes.
what would we create together? And then I just see Rach Brand joined us. Hi, Rach. Her children are in this coyote outdoor school that I've talked about, where it's
Mm,
like
hmm.
they do the. It's she described it as so silent. Like what they create together is limitless, is incredible. I'm calling it like they create mini what we do by nature is create mini paradises. That's just what we will do when we free ourselves. We
Hmm.
don't believe limits. It's just paradise after new kind of paradise because that's what we're literally coded with. That's our source code. And so and then it's talk about limitless as an individual, but then limitless together. It's like we just light each other up, you know.
We
And
created sin, the story of sin. We created lack. We created war. We created famine. We created all of these pressures and tensions and intensifications, like the making of a diamond and how it happens over thousands and thousands of years.
yeah,
That diamond. And pursuing those questions and how it is part of freeing all of humanity. Working on the collective. It first has to be personal.
mhm,
If you have to start with yourself, you are ground zero, right?
always.
And I kept asking myself as I was working with ground zero myself, I kept asking myself, when is my time to be an activist? When is it my time to speak from all of this experience? And I kept getting, it ain't time yet. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. You are working on ground zero,
Yep.
right? And I found that the more I worked with ground zero, the more potentiality and space I had for collective, for the
Yes.
engagement of collectiveness, you know?
Yep.
Like when
Yep.
my life took me into a tent, my ability to tolerate or be around other human beings became very limited because I was in ground zero. I was really focused on my state of well being and admitting that my state of well being is super activated when I'm in bright lit spaces, when I'm in spaces where there's a lot of humans around, when I'm forced to be traveling in a car, you know, when I need to be ready to interact with other people. So my nurturing is to spend as much time with myself as possible in order to work on getting ground zero to a sense of, oh, I can do this. And however much time that takes to honor that work,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
because the chicken got to sit on the egg for the egg to be ready to even be edible, much less the egg
100%.
to turn into another chicken. You got to sit on the egg.
You gotta sit on the egg. I love it. I love it. I've literally had that exact image. I have my egg here. I just think of everything as eggs. Like like what I told you. I've put this in the middle of my altar, like because we're all sitting on this egg. It's like a birth of everything
Hmm.
new. And exactly, it's like
Yeah.
our source consciousness being so close with our human, with our body, with our
Mm.
being, and learning not to abandon him, you
Mm.
know. We
That no
never
parts of us have to be abandoned.
No parts, zero. In fact, they all need to be
Absolutely
met.
none.
None,
Right.
none, none. In fact, cherished.
There
In
is no
fact,
part of
blessed.
us that is meant to be sacrificed, to fit in,
No,
to
no.
to live in a mode of survival where you think that being genuine and authentic to yourself will mean that you won't garner the support of the universe to feed yourself, to house yourself, because that's the true separation,
Yeah.
right? In that programming and those stories is to ultimately say that to be your authentic self is to be in danger. You have to play act, you have to mask, you have to put on the pretty face and the likable, friendly face, or else people aren't going to be wanting to help you. And what's going to happen to you if people don't help you with your flat tire, or I need a meal, or I have a place to stay?
Yep. That's everything right there.
It's,
Yep. To
I
survive.
came to a point where I realized that all of this was spiritual or it wasn't. I couldn't dab into a little bit of idea of it being spiritual, but then this other part is politics.
Yes. A
You
hundred
know?
percent. A
Or
hundred percent.
this other part is climate change, and this is spiritual, but this is climate change.
Yep.
And
Yep.
this is, spiritual, and this is soil erosion.
Right.
And this is spiritual, and this is this island. People are disappearing and they're having to move off this island because the water is rising. It's
Yep.
all spiritual. It's all creating multiple different perspectives of what's going on simultaneously.
Hmm.
I mean, we're
Hmm.
such creative beings. Could you imagine that we would multiply ourselves from so many perspectives? The trees, the water, the furniture, the sky, the clouds, you know,
I know.
from
I
all of these
know.
different perspectives to play together.
Different perspectives to play together and to pretend we're separate for a while, to pretend we're not family, to pretend we're not meant to collaborate and create together is hilarious. It's
Yes.
hilarious and awful and tragic, but
Yes.
it's but it doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true that we ever separated. It doesn't make it true that we aren't just different perspectives from the same web, like Indra's net, you know? Um, and then to rediscover it is so juicy, like your word. It's orgasmic even, like, it was another word of yours. To remember our connection, to remember uh, our orchestral nature, our
Wah.
our our divine nature, our spiritual nature,
Yes. Yes.
our beauty, our all of it.
Yes. Our
The remembrance
orchestral
itself is so
nature.
juicy. Yes.
To get to this point where I can hear them and it feels like another layering of music where there was a time where the sound of it would be triggering and activating, like why now? And I'm just
Yep.
talking about my relationship with the gardeners has
Yes.
shifted.
Yes, exactly, I love and they all shift. Yes, because you don't tell a story about it, so then it's literally just sensation, it's just sound. And it's like there might be a rhythm to it, you might drum to it, knowing you.
Yes. 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 Exactly. My little spot where I go to underneath the coconut tree.
Mhm.
There are two bits of pressure on either side. This is a small little beach, just enough for about four cars to park in the sand. There's one coconut tree, and all of it is just seagrass or rock. So it's not a beach where you would go to, right? So that discourages people from this little area that I found underneath the coconut tree. And on either side of them, there's a condominium or a house that's going through renovation. So occasionally when I go there, there's the sound of that concrete breaker, that sound of that jackhammer kind of sound going on.
Yeah,
Even that has been teaching me,
yeah,
has been showing me about, the times that I take it as an irritation, that I've taken it as an irritation, the times that I've taken it as music and going, oh, this is interplaying with everything. It's not interfering with my experience at all. Whether I'm singing and drumming or whether I'm just sitting there watching the water, that jackhammer is just all part of what's happening in this moment. It has no story. I've taken the story away from it of being irritating, of it being the wrong time, as annoying. I can't wait until they finish these renovations so I can have this fucking place back to myself in peace. None of those stories, not a one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
I love it.
experience that I am
Yeah.
having underneath that coconut tree now, it just kept slowly shifting there, getting me to that realization.
Beautiful.
You know?
Beautiful. Yeah, I do. I really do. I mean, it's the same here. It's like, and it's not, there's nothing wrong with the story. And in fact, it can be really fun to come out with the story. And I always talk about, like, if we whittle it all down without the story, it's just like a yes or a no in our system. So if there's some
Mm-hmm.
sound that is grating and my body without a story just moves in the other direction, fine, you know. Um, it's just whatever's natural. But to discover what it is in a moment without the story is the orgasmic part. It's
Shh.
like it's got such a it's just life. It's like discovering what life is doing through us without without a story, without the overlay of our conditioning.
And what a juicy experience it is.
Oh, juicy
I'm
every
just
time.
telling you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm just so happy to be here and to line up with someone who we can have this conversation with, you know?
Totally.
Well,
Me too.
yes.
So
I've
cool.
only been on Substack, I don't know, a few months now. I think I started posting in August when I was sleeping at Cape Town Airport. That's when I started.
Wow.
That was a great time to get started.
Let's get started. What am I do? What are you doing? You know, you're at the airport. They got good Wi-Fi. They got good Wi-Fi.
They do, and guess what? It's free. It's not like in the US, you go to these US airports and they make you sign into that with your password and all of this shit. No, it's just free. You don't have to have a flight code, nothing to put in order to be able to access. It's free. What a blessing,
What a
right?
blessing. What a blessing. I see the future and it is free. Everything is free because of course it is.
No, I was just found myself thinking, all that time where I thought I was in preparation. Like, what am I doing all this learning for? Who is it to be shared with? When am I going to meet people who speak the same language as me? Damn it. God, I know there are other people like me out there. I know that there are. When are they going to be coming in, right?
Yep. Yep.
And for me to get ready, to be at a level of readiness, when I was sleeping at Cape Town Airport, it just tells you when you're ready, you're ready. It ain't, it may not look pretty. It won't look like how you planned it or how you
No.
thought it was going to be. It just won't.
No. No. And thank goddess for that. Like it's like what would be the fun? What would be the fun if you
It's
could
going to be
predict
way
everything?
more entertaining than you imagined.
Oh, it's so entertaining. It's so entertaining. Oh. Like we go to the movie. We go to the movies for a dramatic show. You know, you got it. You got it in your life.
We are such writers. Let me tell you, we can
Oh,
write a storyline.
oh, totally.
We can
Mine involved a
we can
cult
write a
leader
storyline.
and a full gang stalking. You know, like it was so dramatic. It was so. And then you got
And
demons
Deepak
coming to me.
Chopra and all of them,
all
all of
all the
them,
gurus, all the
right?
leaders are
Hmm.
just
The dictators, the
the
drug
dictators.
traffickers, the
Yeah.
ex-presidents, drug traffickers.
Yes, the child trafficking, the whole thing, the horrors of it all.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes. And then we just
yes.
reach the end of a story. We're like, We're done with that
Yeah.
story. And like you were
Yeah.
describing before, I love this phrasing of like it's waves. It's a first wave and second wave, and
Mm.
we're all in this first
Mm.
wave of remembrance of like, wait a minute, the story that's actually in our bones is a lot more fun. It's
Mm.
collaborative. It's heaven. It's paradise. That is our true nature. That is the story that
Oof.
we forgot and we
Yeah.
remember. And then it's like you were describing it, this small group. I think of it like a small group of people on pitch in a chorus, and it just takes
Mm.
one. It's like a pitch pipe. And then it's like the pitch pipe goes
Mm.
and everybody hears it and then they remember because it's in your bones like to be on
Mm.
pitch. Everybody can sing. That's another psyop. It's some
Yes.
talent. It's like, no, 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 no. We all have this beautiful voice, literally and metaphorically. And we sing like the Who's in Whoville, and then everyone gathers around, and it's
Mm.
just that simple. It's that easy. It just takes one. It just takes a small group, as Margaret Mead said. And here we are.
Mm.
And here we are. Like we're already here. We already landed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And we
Yeah.
wrote this juicy story of reunion and
Yes.
recognition and remembering. We met up with
Yes.
our friends and we went, oh, shit, I wrote you in my story too now. Oh, how juicy is this?
Exactly. Look at all these friends I wrote in. That so many cool characters. My gosh, and they just keep coming.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
else will I meet?
Whenever
Who
I
else
got
will?
it, they showed
Yeah.
up. Whenever I got it, they showed up. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. And
Yes,
here we
exactly.
are. We're
Yeah.
even more amplified than those that can be in our physical sphere because there was a time there was no intranet. So we did expand just on an energetic level, not knowing, confirming maybe the powerfulness of the collective, but we have this affirmation of the powerful of the collective in an internet age. And how
Yes.
can we harness this internet age
Yep.
that is used for negativity? It is used for sucking more of our energy, just like our entertainment, our television was meant to suck our energy away from us, suck our creativity away from us, give us, these rigid storylines of what was considered normal and what was, what conformed to the outlook, the collective outlook. And it was like it shrunk our own connection to our own creativity. It
Yes.
caused us to be less imaginative, to cause us to commit more and more in believing, well, this is the way it's always been, so
Yep.
this is just how it is.
Yep.
There's no changing this. We're helpless, we're powerless. It's the elites and it's the oligarchs and it's the rich people and the wealthy.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
100%. Yep. Yep.
we
But
we
this
are
is
here to
we
have our
can
own
root it.
experience.
Yes,
Huh?
and we can use this tool, utilize this tool however we want. I heard a man on TikTok say he was so glad for computers and this information age so that women can connect with each other because
Yes.
we had no way to do it and we had no way to remember together that we are the actual leads. We're in the
Yes.
lead position, and our gathering is this portal of the new earth.
Yes.
And so here we are, and so whenever anybody denigrates these tools, I'm like, no, 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 this is the campfire, as Evan calls it,
Mm.
and we're gathering the new earth leaders are here. We are. And
Mm.
when we remember and we remember and then we're beaming a signal like a lighthouse is, and it lights everyone up. It's so
And guess
compelling.
what? We don't have to spend tens and thousands of dollars to go on priestess ceremony retreats.
No.
You
No.
know,
Lord save
if
us from
my spirituality, if my, I don't want to use the word advancement, but my movement in spirituality had been tied to and dependent on money and my available, I would have been sunk.
Yep,
But
exactly.
this is, yes, certain times I invested in a teacher because that was the thing that I was supposed to do in that moment.
Me too.
But also, I had to go through the journey of remembering that the teaching is within me.
Yes.
It's wanting to be remembered, that when I feel this connection with somebody's words, it's because it's remembering something that's already in me. It's not
Exactly.
something new that's coming into me. It's I'm remembering. I'm like, oh shit, yes, I knew this shit. I did
You
know
knew it?
this shit, but I've never said that shit like they said it. But I
Yeah.
knew this shit.
You
I
knew it.
felt this shit. I felt the reality of this shit. But I had nobody to fucking talk to about it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's not. There's nothing new under the sun. It's all just remembered, and it's just. It's like truth. Truth recognizes truth. It's like, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
and then we just beam it, and then somebody, like, people say this all to me all the time, and especially men, they'll be like, I listen to you, like, I don't get it all, but I get that, like, a part of me gets it, like, some version of that,
And,
right? And then they
and,
listen again, and
and,
it's like another layer dropped, and they listen again,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, no, no, I just think of it this
Yes.
way, they just know it from
Yeah.
another angle, and it's like,
I
yes,
had the
yes,
same
yes, I'm
experience with
nothing, there's
you.
nothing special. Yeah.
I had the same experience with you when
Mhm.
I started listening to you. Some things I got, I was like, oh shit, I fucks with this girl. And then other times I go, I think I might need to pond that a little bit. I'm going to have to. She's expressed it in a way that I think I recognize, but she's done the words differently. So let me ponder on that. And then I had this phase where I wonder if this woman going to turn up to be one of them lover light people. Let me just watch. Let me just listen. Because if she doesn't talk about embodiment, if she doesn't bring in the body, then I don't know. I'm gonna have to give her a skip. I might have to give her a skip.
100%. It's like, it's all about what the fuck else is it about? And when you said, when I heard you talking about orgasmic, it's like, that's what it's about. What the fuck else is it about?
Yes, yes, yes. So today I was driving the lady that comes on Fridays, this wonderful woman named Monica who comes here and she does her magic cleaning and clearing the air, right?
Mm.
She doesn't know it. She's a Jamaican woman that's going to a Christian church and she speaks through that language, but she doesn't recognize that I recognize that the energy she puts through this house in clearing and releasing,
Yeah.
shh, just magic. I haven't bothered to tell her she's a magician. She might just freak out. So I'm just gonna leave it with that. So anyway, I'm driving her home. I'm driving her to her next place, which happens to be my cousin's house she's going to, right? And I'm driving and I'm like, could you imagine? I created all of this so that I could feel my abdominal muscle, to feel what an abdominal muscle is, what it feels to have a pelvic bowl, what it feels to have a buttocks that's sitting on this on this seat in this car, what it feels like to drive a car.
Yep.
I created all of this. I created this whole body for all of this experiencing. The breeze that's blowing, right?
Yeah.
The cars that are coming into the flow of traffic. We all came together because I created it. And how do I stay in the resonance of that and continue to flow with that? There's so much ease, like there's
Oh,
this
yes.
feeling, this body, and then there's also realizing and feeling my infiniteness, like
Yes. Yes.
damn, you know
It's so juicy. Yes. I sure do. It's so good. Exactly. I had the exact thought yesterday where I was like, I went to the Mineral Springs little hot tubs around here, little private hot tubs.
uh-huh.
Oh, and I was just like, just being, just nothing, just being in it, and let the just every single sensation, letting myself register it all, and like, oh, and feeling so appreciative to be embodied. I read this book, about elementals from Tanis Hallowell, of, like, like leprechauns and things like that, that she speaks to.
Mm,
And leprechauns are
mm,
like, you give offerings to the elementals, and she would leave out food for the leprechauns that she lived with. and they so wanted to be embodied. They so wanted to be part of the 3D world. To what is it to really taste this, to chew, because they're energetic. And I was like, so I remembered that, and I was like, same thing, like, oh, I created all this. And sometimes I'll be like, I'm so ready for like the jetpacks and the hovercrafts, and I am. Don't get me wrong, but I was really appreciating my rudimentary truck. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well,
Yes.
and then the
Yes.
wheel that you have to crank. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
it's cool. Like, that's where we're at right now. And and that feeling of cranking my truck is fun. It's really fun. I still like my toy
Mm.
truck.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I was driving and I was like, oh, how juicy. I created a big old truck and that horn that he's blowing and the exhaust that's coming out of that. I created a story of his exhaust and everything. All of that shit.
All that shit.
Right?
Totally, totally.
Walking this morning and going, the things that I was calling garbage, realizing I created those details too.
Yes.
What I called
Yes.
garbage.
Yes.
I created all of that. All the
Yep.
plants and the shading of the plants and I was the master artist of this ocean that I would create, the sun that speckles off the water in a certain way and it looks like diamonds are moving on the shimmering on the top of the ocean. I did all of that shit too.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
That's it. I mean, that's the big picture. That's it. And talk about ease. There's an immediate ease when we remember that. When we remember that we're the writer, the actor, the director, the producer.
The
Just
ultimate
for the fun of it.
collaborators.
The
The
ultimate collaborators.
ultimate collaborators. You know,
Yes.
when I went to San Jose, Costa Rica, it was the end of 2020, December 2020. And I remember staying my first encounter with leaf cutter ants.
Mhm.
I'd seen them on television, on nature shows, and on my videos and things like that, but I'd never seen them live myself. These soldiers carrying pieces, having cut off pieces of the leaf and then going and moving and going to the nest and they're going to leave it and all that. And I thought, this is what it looks like on a collective level when each is tuned into what is theirs to do. Where am
Yes.
I to be in this moment?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I saw that my tuning in to all of these moments for myself was really just a microcosm of what it is for us as a collective. If each one tuned into their own, what's the best use of my time right now? What
Yes.
does my body need?
Yep.
What does my heart need? Do I need to pause? Am I feeling
Yep.
pressured that I have to do something? Is that really true that I have to do it? Can I create
Never.
5 minutes of pause right now? Right?
Yes. Yes. That's it. That's the bottom line. There is a divine, magnificent paradise level orchestration going on, that when we tune into it in our body, our pure awareness, immortal awareness is tuned into our body. She will just move to fulfillment every time. She'll move it into
Yes.
herself. She'll eat the food that's right for her body, and then she will dance with the right dance partners and make paradise. Just make paradise and paradise. It's so, so simple. Rachel's children show us, our as soon as we strip away the have tos, anything, any story, it's it's literally just paradise. That's all we know to create. That's all we know to do, is move into fulfillment, to
Yes.
eat the exact fruit
Yes.
we want, the exact steak we want, whatever is true.
Yes.
And it's embodied truth every time. And the body will never, a body, and we are one body, doesn't sabotage itself. That was only just this crazy story that we're separate from nature, we're separate from God, we're separate from each other, and somehow at war when it's so
Yes.
obviously the opposite. We're together, we're not only peaceful, but so harmonious in this incredible,
Yes.
incredible dance.
that we have
Yes.
these enemies. Those are all because of the stories that we supplant on top of one another, right?
Yes.
These are stories that we create out of survival mode and this idea of trying to be predictive of what's going to happen in the future. So let me go ahead and protect myself now,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That's survival
Fear.
type of working energy, right?
Yep.
Thriving is existing in a place of trusting the flow of everything is happening exactly perfectly the way it's, whether this is feels like a negative trigger or a positive trigger or a neutral trigger, it's all perfection in this moment.
Yep. Yep.
And there is no bypassing because you're not there to ignore what is true for you in that moment. And if pissed off is true for you in that moment, feel what pissed off feels like in your body, right?
Yep.
Recognize that pissed off can create a stagnation of fight energy, right?
Mhm.
So you're going to need, the more that you find yourself being triggered into pissed off in a day, the more I would recommend that you move, and you move that flight
Yep.
energy. You walk, or if it's walking in a pool because you can't walk on the ground, if you can
Yes.
walk, then run a little bit. Really pace yourself, and your communicating with your body. I've got fight trapped in you. This is me working with you in partnership with you to release this fight, to have this experience of what fight feels like. It wasn't appropriate in the time that it came up, but now I'm focusing myself on this fight energy and giving it space for expression by walking really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like feeling
Exactly.
like somebody's chasing me down. Like I really got to work this energy out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then stopping, shaking, some toning,
Shaking.
walking
Hmm.
really slow, feeling your breath move, reminding yourself, oh, actually, there's nothing for me to run from. That was the story that I was creating. And what you're doing is that you're helping yourself to reconcile the misunderstanding of the moment that hit that triggering, that hit
Hmm.
that negative impact in your system,
Hmm.
that made you want to run, but your body was stuck. It
Hmm.
couldn't move. Your face was frozen because you'd learned how to freeze in order to protect yourself. But there's still fight energy trapped in that. And that I highly suggest to work with on a conscious level.
Yes.
You know,
Totally.
none
Makes
of
sense.
this is bypassing. None of this is ignoring. This is
Mm.
actually inviting it in,
Yes. Exactly.
sitting
As
with
in
it,
its raw
turning to
form.
it.
Yeah. It's just energy. Let the energy move. Don't abandon your body. Don't abandon her.
Right,
Let her
right.
have her no. Let her have
Yes,
her adrenaline. Let her have her
yes,
punch. Give it to the
yes,
earth. Give it to Gaia. She's okay with it.
yes,
She's, you know.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Because as children, as developing emotional beings, spiritual, physical beings, we created story on the danger of being ourselves, how
Exactly. Of full
dangerous it was
expression.
to choose authenticity. We had to choose
Yes.
survival. We had to choose modifying ourselves so that the people around us would be more likely to take care of our needs, to feed
Yes.
us, to house us, to change our clothes, to wash us, to take care of our
Yes.
basic needs. And then there's a lot of us that did that adaptation, and those people still didn't fucking take care of our needs, right? With all the
100%.
dancing that we did, they still fucking abandon us, right?
Yep.
So we
Yep.
have our own self abandonment that we have to come to relationship with and feel through and make commitments as one grows. Your nervous system capacity grows for you to stand for yourself, to not abandon yourself, whatever that small little layer is for you to being able to do. But then you also have to work with the actual abandonment of the people that were there to take care of you.
Yes.
The
Yes.
resonances of and the leftovers of that is
Yeah.
affecting your system,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, and to
So
stop
yeah, no,
searching for them not to, in that relationship, or meaning like still looking for love, either with them or with
yes,
the relationship that patterns off of that.
exactly,
You got to resolve your
exactly.
Oedipal complex. You got to stop
Yes,
trying to,
yes,
you know,
yes. You
and
have to resolve your idea of you being a victim in this situation when
yes,
you are a master creator, right?
yes, yep,
You are a
you
master creator.
created your whole parental drama. Yeah,
And it
which
seems
doesn't mean
incredible that
you
you
indulge it. Yeah,
it seems incredible that you would create such a story, such a painful, sad, terrorizing, um, unmet needs, narratives,
yeah,
and I don't know what to say. That we are gods, right? We are all gods, and we're bored as fuck. We're
yes,
just
yes.
bored. It's just
I know. We were
expansion is always asking for more expansion. It's just
yes.
that there isn't any stopping point.
Yep.
You
No,
know,
there's no
there
stopping
is
point.
no stopping point.
No, no. And I would just say we're just collectively bored with the war story, with the separation story.
Yes,
It's like we've
yes.
had enough. We've had enough of death and destruction and pain and fear, and like we saw what that
It
was.
got my
We
energy.
played
I
that
gave it my energy voluntarily. I believed in it. I perpetuated. I said, you know what? This is what I kept spreading it. I did that as well too. And
Yep.
that was part of the role that I
Yep.
was there to do on a personal level as well as on a collective level. And now I'm just like, I'm just in a place of real an energy availability to collaborate on a collective level that wasn't there before. And I'm so happy that Substack has brought us all together, you know? Because what I'm getting is the message that even though I've never done lives before, I'm supposed to do lives where I bring people on and have these conversations too, in order to amplify this message.
Yep.
We are here to amplify this message,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know?
We are all amplifiers, and it's the same message, right? It's this very clear, like we are the creator herself, source creator, as primordial of Zion. God is love, is God, God is a woman. And that includes men, and that we are the source, we are the womb, we birth whatever we want to birth. And so, and we all, like, I haven't found anybody who doesn't want to play all day and make the paradise that is built into our bones. Like, it's not as if anybody wants to keep playing the war games. We've all gotten
Yes.
bored with that. And so, and exactly, amplifying it is just rings that inner bell. And you said something, I think, before we went live, where like just those of us who get it, and this first wave folks, to restack our posts, to amplify our each other. Um, it's just like ringing the bell, ringing the church bell, as many
Yes.
times as we can.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
ringing the church bell,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this subtle activism, that's this what this is an
Yeah, totally.
amplification of this message,
Yeah.
right? Because
Hmm.
there are other people who've been working personally and who are feeling this growing burgeoning for the next move. What's the next transition? How to dip into the collective work? How much of the collective work am I ready for? you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
when I
Exactly.
first got connected with you and you made this description about these movements and how we're meant to just play with each other, and I was like, oh, she's seen what I've seen, because I saw that in 2019. I
Yes.
saw that amplification of individual beings just waking up, starting the day, moving from what's the next thing, what's the next juicy thing I could do, what's the next juicy thing I can do. Oh, there's a voice that said I should do that. Let me pause on that should, because should really doesn't exist. That is a story that I've told myself before. So if I go with the should, I'm going to amplify the vibration of should. So next time should is going to come back and find me again. But shit, if I need to do that again for should to come back and find me again, I guess that's what I need to work on in that moment, right? But when
Totally.
I
Yeah.
get tired of that shit, that should energy, going to that should energy has never taken me to the juicy, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm ready to let go of you now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Whatever we initiate it from, right? If we initiate from fear, we're just going to get more fear. We initiate from should, from stress, from have to, we're just going to get more of that versus what you're
Yes.
describing, this like back to zero, back to just
Yeah.
source, just being. And then it'll always be fun. It'll always be easy.
Yes.
It'll always be juicy because we don't, that's what we do.
Hold on a moment. My weed whacker guy decided to come real close this time. I think it may be the blower. I
The
think it may
blower.
be the blower. And maybe I'm saying to myself, it's time to just be silent.
Oh yes, be silent. Be silent with the this is next level stuff when we're in full merger with leaf blowers. that's that's how you know you're ascended. That's the highest level is the merger with leaf blowers. Peace. It's peace.
Yes!
That's when you get the real badge. You know what I mean? Like your Eckhart Tolle level. That's what,
Oh
that's
my
what this is.
God. This is like, this is sweet work. Thank you, leaf blower. Wow. Because that used to be one of those things that irritated me. Is a leaf blower. That used to crank me up.
It's like a classic bit. Like the leaf blower is the classic irritant. Do you know what I mean? Like right, it's like a real obvious strip. It's like, oh, that old saw, the leaf blower.
Oh my God. I remember seeing this fictionalized thing, I think it might have been on Netflix, where one of the things that one neighbor had against the other neighbor is the other neighbor liked to come out with their leaf blower. They came out there every fucking day with their leaf blower.
I lived in a neighborhood very briefly. Like I rented a house with my old cult, and there was signs all over. There was like it was like a war inside the neighborhood, and there was signs like no leaf blowers. And then there were like across the street, the guy with the leaf blowers. But there was like five houses in this one side of the block where they had no leaf blower signs. But then they're becoming irritant because they have the signs. You know what I mean? So now we have visual irritants for no leaf blowers.
Because every time we read the sign, we're envisioning and
And then we
and hearing the leaf blower.
and the beautiful garden that the sign is in. We just go look at the sign. And I missed like the flowering plants because it's all now about the war of the leaf blowers.
Our personal version of the Game of Thrones. What can I say?
Exactly. Exactly. The Santa Cruz version, which is just, oh my God. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. But
Oh.
yeah, who do you side with, you know?
Who's in a conspiracy against me? Who can I
Exactly.
influence?
And then there's the ones who are like they're composting the leaves, and the leaf blower is the best way to get right. So it's like, but we're composters, so we legitimize leaf blowers because we're on and on.
Oh my. Oh
We
my.
found the enemy. Mm.
And it was I.
Exactly. Mm. Again,
It
again,
was
yet
I.
again. Yeah, and I've only fallen for it 1 million times, but just to be clear. Mm, so funny. Oh my God.
Oh.
Maybe
Oh
it's time to read
my.
our comments.
Yes, go ahead.
Let's do that. I'm gonna go back. Thank you all for joining us and for sharing. We've just been rolling. Hi, Anna. Hi, Corinne, Leon, Erica, Charles. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you. I mirror that back. Sacred Story Science says that's why it drives me nuts when adults say kids are bad or lazy. No, kids are born to learn, to experience, to search. They aren't bad. They're curious, as we all should be. Yes, and as we all are. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Bill, good to see you. Randolph says, yes, even the formerly irritating and unpredictable advertisements interrupting a YouTube video are my friends now. They are the gift of the moment. Beautiful. Again, next
Yes,
level stuff there. YouTube
yes,
advertisements.
yes, yes.
uh, love it. Bill says there's two groups, the parasites, the rest of us. And yes, Meg, we are the elites. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. The new elites. There's Oracle has this word thalite that I've talked about all the time, and I use this word like thelemic, and it which is it's like our soul's will, our embodied source will. And so thalite is like you are a sovereign body of source. You are a sovereign being. You are thalite. And I love that it's like elite. So the new
Yes,
elite are the thalite. Those of us who are free, who are laughing about the
yes,
system failure, you know?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. So, lately I've been into this creation scheme of like, if I'm creating this, and I am creating this because I keep getting signs that I'm creating this. These repetition of things, like looking up at the sky and I'm looking for the heart shape, our symbol for the heart. I look up in the sky all the time and I expect the sky to be giving me some message like that. And often it will. And I'm just like in giggles. I'm like, oh, so I decided to make it look this way this time. How interesting. So if
Yeah.
I'm creating all of this, why don't I create that I want to live a space and time during the year where I'm so close to the water that I hear the water from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to sleep at night. I'm so close to the water. Even if it's a pet sit, let's do a pet sit, 2 or 3 months. Somebody else is paid for the bills. I don't want the responsibility of having stuff, but I want the experience.
Oh,
Maybe I
yes.
can get it through a pet sit.
Yeah. Yep.
So many
Absolutely.
different ways of that we have available that I find myself now, my imagination being a little bit more unlocked than it did before about how we can reimagine me living this life, us living our lives,
Yes. 100%.
right?
Exactly. It's just, it's limitless. Like whatever you want, dream it. And it is here. I mean,
Yes,
we're painting it. We're casting a spell every time.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
ultimately, when we've done the ground zero work of ourselves enough so that we have more space for a collective collaboration for other beings, that's the next amplification.
Yes.
Because just like you can go and stay in a cave for 15 years and feel like you're enlightened, and then you walk out of the cave down in humanity, and it doesn't take you an hour before you're triggered, or a
Yep.
couple of days, or a couple of weeks, and here it comes back again. It's really, why not just get into the down and the dirty of the work and work with the triggerings
Absolutely.
to free yourself in the midst of all of that? And then when you
Absolutely.
realize, oh, I have the capacity to actually feel my way through these stories that I've created on
Yes.
these different levels. And now I want to play in collaboration with a collective and
Yeah.
see what the next juncture of that can be. And
Yeah.
that's what I feel ourselves poised for?
Poised is a beautiful word. It's exactly how I feel. And I feel it like that. It's like we're like cats. We're all like, I'm ready. I'm ready. And then like
Yes.
your description of like who knows what it is, it's house sitting, or it's like, I don't know, do we all buy some land together and then we build that land, or just buy an estate, you know what I mean? Or I don't know. I don't know who gets the money for, like it's like I keep
Yes.
seeing a wealth drop a wealth drop that we won't even believe. Like it's it's just gonna be so
Yeah.
incredible, like an absolute flood.
Right.
But it's like I don't know, I don't know how it goes because I don't know that part of the script. It wouldn't be so fun,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
how the dam breaks and who goes first and what we create first. But it's like this.
Right.
It's very creative and it's completely
I've
different than any work we've
seen
done.
this since 2019. I've seen this community living possibility
Yeah.
where, what you're talking about, what you've written in regards to that manifesto, that is such a huge, a creation container,
Yes.
that's
That's
loose
the point of
enough
it.
for the individual expression,
Yeah.
and how this can be played out in proximity with one another. How can
Yes.
we live this fact that we're all creative beings here having this experience together, and we are choosing to be in close collaboration, physicality with each other in order to amplify our abilities to create together, right?
Yes.
And maybe
Exactly.
you're creating when you come there, if it's for 3 weeks or it's for 3 months, maybe your creating is to sleep every fucking day. I
Yeah.
don't know what your program is.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
what your needs are.
And that's not my
Yes?
business. That's like we're gonna find out as we as we just like it's like I think of it like charged particles or something, or like we just charge on
Mm.
ourselves. It's like
Mm.
today I had my friend. I knew I had a message on TikTok from my friend Tamara, but I hadn't like I was like, oh, I got to get to that, and then I just today I was like, oh, I got to see what she said, and she was like, I just have this
Mm-hmm.
hit to come visit you, and she's in Chicago, and I was like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, and I was thinking of going and visiting Pamela in Sedona for the holiday, but I was like, it's not quite right. I don't think that's what I'm going to do,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know what it was.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
so I read Tamara's message and I was like, oh, I think she's going to come visit me, right? And then
Yes.
I'll go visit
Yes.
Pamela later, or maybe we go together. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like we'll get a
Yes.
caravan going. And then I
Yes.
messaged her. She gave me her number, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I missed your message, but yes, come visit me. And I just was thinking about you
Yes.
too. The moment I sent it, she was heading into a court hearing. I won't say what it was, but and she was like, "Oh my god, I needed this. Like this is I'm literally about to walk in." And it was like really important. It was a culmination of all this time. And she was like and then she's like, "You're a 312 number?" Like I was like, "Yeah, I lived in Chicago for 24 years." She goes, "I've lived in Chicago 24 years." And she's just about to like
Really?
leave Chicago. Yeah, so it was like, and it all happened within 2 minutes, where I was like,
And do you
getting all
know
organized.
that as you were sharing this story, it was 312, 312,
Oh
when you were
wow.
talking about 312? Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I love
It's
my
just
312
really
number.
beautiful, this organic movement and this taking the pause and waiting for the inspiration, because during the 7 year journey of undoing and unlearning and relearning, I encountered people who didn't understand how I moved, and it seemed like it was so easy to be able to figure out how I move with inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm at a particular Airbnb because I was inspired to choose this particular Airbnb. I wasn't going because of price, even though price had something to do it. It was just a whole full body yes that brought me to that Airbnb. Um,
Me
oh,
too.
if I don't like a place, well, why don't you leave? You have the money, you could leave. And I'm like, yeah, I have the money, but I'm not being told where I'm supposed to go to. And I don't just because I have money, just pick a random destination. No, I need to feel that resonance. So if it's not happening now, that means I'm still supposed to be here, even though I think I'm supposed to have left already. No, there's still something going on. The doorway isn't opening yet. And that's
Yes.
how I move, and that's how I've been creating from and retuning myself into. And I
Yeah.
wanted this from the time I read the Celestine prophecy when I was in my mid to late 20s.
Wow.
This possibility was already born in me, that you could actually move from one intuitively guided action, word, inspiration, creation, phone call,
Yeah.
Let me email this person, let me get on this social media platform, let me do a live stream, let me make this meal. Like, allowing each one to be the most inspired, the one that you really want to engage in right then at that moment, letting go of shoulds and shoulds and shoulds until should is not even in your fucking vocabulary.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's
Exactly.
just, it doesn't exist anymore. You don't fucking should yourself to anything. You
No.
discovered you didn't have to. You discovered that you didn't have to compromise or self-abandon yourself in any fucking way in this creativity thing that you're doing, the story that you're creating. The story that you did have
Anyway.
to compromise yourself was just part of that story,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
you had to
Yes.
live
Yes.
that as real until you could let it go. Where you could
Yep.
go, well, fuck here. If I can create something better, why the fuck would I hang on to this shit?
Exactly. The point. Exactly. There's a value of sacrifice as a story. All of it's such a story. Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
I want to
Beautiful.
be a martyr? No, I did. I don't want to be a martyr anymore. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck that. Compromise, sacrifice, crazy. That's crazy, crazy work right there. That's
Right. That was a lot of religion that made us believe in this idea of our selfishness, or that
yes.
selfishness was some kind of a bad fucking thing
Yep. Yep.
in
Exactly.
order to be able to manipulate us en masse. It
Yep.
told us that.
Yep. Exactly.
It made us
Exactly.
so afraid of being called selfish. We would get that shit. That programming started from the time we were kids. If we
Yep.
spontaneously wanted to go in one direction and our parent wanted to make us go in another way to trick us is, oh, you're being selfish. You're
Yep.
supposed to be doing this. It starts so subtly.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
we're all committed to that story, so we just kept perpetuating that. No, being self-guided is the most selfless thing that you can do for yourself and all of
Yes.
humanity.
Yes.
You
A
can let
hundred percent.
everybody off the fucking hook. You
Exactly.
can let
Exactly.
yourself off the hook,
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because if you
right?
show up with compromise, you're expecting that from them. Versus you show up with
Yes,
total
exactly.
self-love, that's what you're gonna get back. That's the expectation. It's like
Exactly.
I want you to
Right.
come to the party when you want to come to the party.
Yes.
I don't want any compromise around me ever.
Yes. And when
You know.
people invite you not to be in a place of compromise, fucking listen to them.
Exactly.
They're giving you
Exactly.
this play, because
Yes.
so much of us are tied into the idea of shoulds, that we got to do this kind of job and we have to keep it separate from who we are, and all these separations and these masks and these appropriateness, they're really there to keep you locked into the mirage that you have to comply with somebody else's vision of how life is in order for you to be able to survive.
Exactly, that there's an
No.
authority outside of you or a power outside of you versus you are endlessly powerful. We are
Yes.
we are full power. We are like you said, gods. We are creators. We are her. So
Right.
it's endless power, endless creativity, and we are the authors, like authority, meaning somebody else wrote the script. No, I don't.
We
I'm
gave
not.
away our power so that we could experience what feeling powerless feels like, having no power. We had to
Yeah,
try that on. We needed
we
that
tried it on.
perspective to finally come to the balance of knowing, oh, hell, I can take my sovereignty back. I
Yep,
can take my choice back, you know?
yep,
I
yep.
can take my agreement with their picture. I can take it back.
Totally,
It's
totally. And the
not
fact I
it's
never
not
even
infinite.
whenever it was gone. It was just covered over very lightly. You know, people make like
Yeah.
healing a dramatic thing. You know, they're in therapy for 10 years. It's like, no,
Mm,
you can wake up from a spell and take your power back
yeah.
like this, you know?
Yeah.
And I've everybody I've worked with countless examples of that. You know, it's like,
Mm,
oh, this marriage was a scam. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't want to do this job.
Yeah.
Oh, this was
Yeah.
a repeat of my pursuing my father's approval, whatever.
Yes.
And then it's over. The drama is over.
Yeah. The more we are forcing ourselves into some other image of ourselves because we believe that that's what we're supposed to do, it's what it's expected of us, it's the most sensible thing, but we have it doesn't resonate from our soul. That creates more and more tension for finding ourselves. It
Exactly.
creates more and more urgency for finding ourselves and for finding the truth. And
Yeah, I
I
love that.
find
Yep.
that all of this has just created the necessary tension to put me on the path of self mastery,
Yep.
right? The
Yep.
belief in my powerlessness forced me on a path of self mastery because I said, maybe this isn't true.
Yeah.
Just because I just said, maybe this isn't true.
Yeah.
I
Beautiful.
wasn't fully there yet, but maybe this isn't as true as I've been telling myself it is.
Yeah. Beautiful. Exactly it. Yep. We get to that pit of despair. And it's like, wait a minute, let me question. And
Yeah.
it every single time. And it doesn't we don't have to learn through suffering,
No.
but it does work. It does work.
Yes.
It, um, I see it, the new era that we're in is not, we don't learn that way. We learn, and learning isn't even a great word, but we are sparked by each other and with inspiration and remembrance, not the hard way, the easy way.
Yes.
And
But
this
we
is it. This is
too
such an
do,
example.
yes,
Yeah.
but we have to continue to practice that. This is inevitable. This is how it's always going to be until we just decide, maybe that's not true either.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's not really true either. Can I
Yeah.
test this out? Am I willing to test this out? And then when you realize, oh shit, I don't always have to be transforming because pain was my motivator. Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
you know.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
do it for as long as you think that that's what it's there for. And then I
Yeah.
just got to the juiciness of realizing that every time pain came to visit, discomfort came to visit, when I turned to it, it left this beautiful space. When I
Mhm.
turned to it and dissolved the bubble of its reality, there was this beautiful space that was left in me,
Beautiful.
you
Yes.
know?
Like literal space, like your body is opened up, a new portal, a new
Body,
opportunity, new
mind, every energy
everything.
field,
The field.
feels more attunement with the energy, being able to channel energy more
Yes.
cleanly, not having, because when I started channeling energy 7+ years ago, in its throws, it would knock me out. Like I would be feeling as if I got kicked and boxed or run over by a truck the next day because it would just hit me so hard in my body, right? So I'd have to rest and recover. And over this traveling with energy, it's getting lighter and lighter, being able to channel clearer, more in connection, more in the space of, oh, where's the human, the ego, the spirit? Oh, they're all playing with each other. They're all playing with each other,
Yeah,
right? They're
totally.
all creating together. There is no preferencing of one over we're all vital here in this creation story, right?
Yep.
We're all
Yep.
vital here. And I
Love
think
it.
ultimately, when you're on a path of discovery and self mastery, is to discover yourself as the ultimate creator. And to then go, now that I have and I remember the knowing of my creative abilities, what shall I focus myself to?
Yes.
Who
Yes.
shall I play with in this realm?
Yes.
Right?
What
I
do I want to
want
create?
you talk about it. You talk about an orchestra. You talked about an orchestra earlier. I've had this vision of connecting with people who are musical, who sing, who do percussion, whatever instrument they play, and they sing from an intuitive level. And I want to play on a whole orchestra where we all meet, we These are aligned beings. They know when they're supposed to enter in. They know when the voice, they know how to follow that energy and see what we create in this kind of orchestra, right?
Beautiful, beautiful,
Not
beautiful.
pre-recorded,
Yes.
not duplicated. It is adapted to the energy of the people who are participating, because everybody is a participator. The people that call themselves the audience, they are contributing energy to that performance,
A
right?
hundred percent. A
What does
hundred
that
percent.
feel like to create music and be in sound that way on a collective level? What,
Yeah.
how does that resonance? How can that play out and ripple out and ripple out
Yes.
and ripple out and ripple out?
Oh, beautiful.
So
When you were
I'm still
saying that,
hanging out.
I love it. I love it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see us a huge group, and I see it like with temples in the background. I see beautiful cushions and grass and trees, and it's so lush. And I see visual artists, and myself included, painting the music. And part of the this glorious expression where we just let ourselves celebrate and express till the cows come home, to as long as we want. And it's sort of
Yes.
it's like an unending cycle. There's just
Yes.
this creative
And
expression
each
circle.
collaboration builds another creation of, oh, where we're going to take this next, where we're going to go with this next, you
Yes.
know?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
How can
yes.
we create more juiciness now? Yeah?
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Just and it just and then it's and then everyone is so embodied, and people leave to go make a meal, and then others come in to play the drum, and someone else takes the kids, and another folks come in and create choreography, spontaneous dance, just like this. Just how we are, our natural expression, really released. Just like this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Love it.
Yeah. So I very much want, it just, the possibilities just become exponentially more. And
Yeah.
why not? Why
And why
not?
not? What else are we doing? Why not?
Absolutely, why not? Why not create heaven on earth? Because
Yes.
heaven was here on earth the whole time anyway.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
here anyway. It's here
And
in a
all
multiplicity of different ways.
yes. And if when this resonates, it's like because that's in you, because everyone wants this. Who doesn't want to make
Yes.
heaven? It's not like
Yes.
we have to argue for this.
Yes. Yes.
You know.
And yeah, I mean, if this sounds, airy fairy to you, whoever it is that you're listening, if this sounds airy fairy to you now, just hold on. Just keep
Yeah.
entertaining our craziness. Just
Exactly.
keep entertaining the possibility that this
Yes.
juiciness does exist, just because we speak on it. Just because
Yeah.
it's not your current running operation system, just lean into the possibility that this actually exists. Don't
Yes.
dismiss it so lightly. Let's not
Yes.
argue and put so much energy into our limitations. We create all kinds of conversations around our limitations. I did that to myself for so long. I told myself, "Oh, I'm not creative. I can't do that. I'm not a singer. My voice isn't." I said all those kind of things. Oh, I couldn't leave the comfort of my home and my Italian leather couch and my dog Gracie and my kitty cat Diego. I,
Yes.
I I can't leave this. This is it. This is the max. But you know what? We are creative beings. We are always wanting to amplify and stretch and try things out.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
And
endlessly
why not?
expansive. Why not? What else are we doing?
Since we're here anyway.
Since we're here. Since that old way is not is over, by the way. Because we can't not we are like butterflies gonna pop out of the cocoon anyway. You're not going to be able
Yes.
to stay small.
Yes.
It
I
doesn't
don't
work.
remember who it was. Was it you or there was somebody else? It might have been Dr. Nicole Pertilier. Pertilar,
Too. Yeah.
maybe. I have to get Dr. Nicole.
Okay.
That one of you said recently shared on Substack, since I've been on Substack since August, shared a thing about being in the chrysalis and the butterfly and the wings having to form, and the butterfly itself strengthens its wings by resisting the chrysalis, by resisting and resisting. And they found if you try to help the butterfly out by, taking some of the chrysalis off to make it easier for them, these are butterflies who won't be able to fly,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? They won't
Yeah.
be able to fly as well because they didn't have an opportunity of resisting this chrysalis and learning to get stronger and stronger wings before they took off for flight.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
So for
Oh,
me, all
beautiful.
these stories are of limitations are just that wings getting stronger and pushing up against those stories and getting stronger and going, I'm gonna fucking fly out of this motherfucker. I know I created this prison, so I know I have the capacity to free myself from this prison. I know
I
I
love
do.
that.
Yeah?
I know, yes, and that's really helpful. Because I think of like I when I left this whole community, and I had a lot of friends and clients like didn't they betrayed me, you could say, and
Mm-hmm.
they sort of stayed in their suffering, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to like come with me, like we don't need to do this. Um, but it's that's really beautiful because there's an instinct in them and in me to not push them to leave, to not push them to remember that they're butterflies, that they have to
Yes.
stay inside of that constrained,
Yes.
destructive place for a
Yes.
while. And then I visualize them like us reconnecting as butterflies,
Yes.
and it's just
Yeah.
going to be like that. It'll be like, oh yeah, you made it out,
Yes.
but it just wasn't, you weren't
Yes.
right, it wasn't ripe, they weren't ready yet. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and it's not my
Yes.
business. I
Very,
invited
very
them
much.
when at the time I left, but it wasn't their time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just, there is getting their wings strong, you
Love it.
know?
Love it.
Realizing the power that they hold, because ultimately they created the chrysalis in order to transform to the butterfly,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Um,
Yep. These little incubators we
they,
made for
they,
ourselves.
sorry?
I said we made little incubators for ourselves. These little, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Hmm.
Each time at each again that word level is such a limiting thing, but with each realization there was that chrysalis thing going on there, where you
Yeah.
had to being able to push up against that to get
Yep.
out of that, and you go, oh shit, this wasn't actually real. I can actually live through this without it being overwhelming. All the stories I told myself about this.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
And then you get ready for another undoing, another questioning, another, oh, I gave truth to this. I believed in this. I perpetuated the idea of this. Oh, maybe this isn't true either.
Yep. Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Exactly. Once something unravels, big ones unravel, like what about this one? What about every single sacred cow? You know?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
talk about freedom and play and juicy, and that's all that remains.
Yes. And all the stories on racism, on poverty, on Trump, even the story of Trump, are all part of the intensification on a personal aspect as well as a collective aspect for you to remember. It's just all part of the pressure and the squeezing for you to remember what the truth is.
Yeah.
Especially the more lost into it, the more fearful you are into it, the more locked into your belief of it being real.
Yeah.
And until
Exactly.
you work through all of those layers of what feels real to you, in order for you to transform that, to know, oh shit, he actually doesn't have any power over me. That's power I gave him.
Yes.
That's
Exactly.
power I gave to the police. That's power
Yes.
that I gave to the rules. That's
Yes.
power I gave to this is the way it's done. This
Yes.
is just how it's always been, right?
100%. I remember, like, I don't participate in politics at all, but I remember I was like, I was actually happy Trump won because I knew his clown face was going to reveal the falsehood behind it all, behind the state, behind the government. I was like, great, it's going to crash and burn, and it'll all be revealed as just a house of cards that never had any power over us, that has no authority, that has no, it's literally nothing but makeup. It's a light
Hmm.
show,
Hmm.
and people will wake up, and they are, people who were America or bust, are now like, wait a minute, wait a minute,
Yes.
you know.
Trump to me is like my personal story. That reflection is how I thought living in a tent was the worst thing that could ever happen to me. How I believed in the story that failure could be the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Mm.
But when I hit what my ego said was failure, when I hit it, I actually went, ah, this is the thing that I've been afraid of? Well, no need to be afraid of it anymore. I've landed. I've had the
Good.
experience. I ain't
Yep.
terrified of you no more.
No, I see
I
it for
ain't
what it
scared of
is.
you no
Nothing.
more.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of you homeless. I'm not scared of you. I'm not going to have food to eat because I've been watching meals come, even with having no money, getting free food, getting networks of care, being taken care of, down to a you know those hooks that's in your bra that hooks the bra. I don't wear them very often, but I do wear a sports bra because I like my girls to be intact when I decide to go out there and do my fast walking. I don't want all that bouncing around
Right.
distracting me. My girls are very entertaining when they're loose.
Bet they are. Can't
So
wait to meet them
on my
someday.
yes, man. Yes. May the girls meet. So one day, down to, one of the hooks had fallen off. The thing that you hook it into was still there, but the hook had fallen off. Do you know that Spirit has taken care of me down to a hook found in a shaggy carpet one country over from where I'm at in a house that I went to. I found a hook. My toe hit it in the shaggy carpet. And I lifted it up and I said, fuck, even up to a hook for my sports bra, you take care of the details.
It's so good. That's so good. Bra hook in a shaggy carpet is like the your version of a needle in a haystack. Unbelievable. Love it.
I
I
had the
I love it.
need when I was on the island of Isla Contadora, Panama, and I got it when I went to the Cayman Islands a few months later in a shaggy carpet. Right? I was patient as all get out. I was feeling no move to go to the store to buy these hooks to fix this bra. I just had a need and I just decided it was going to come, when it needed to come. If it was me buying you some in a store, I'd be inspired in that moment and go, oh, this is time for us to buy those hooks and sew it on. But no,
No.
Spirit said, I got you, girl.
I love it. Such good writing. Such good writing. Your toe found it. Oh my god, I just love it.
I'm
And
telling you.
I know that experience so well. I laugh out loud every day usually on some version of that where it's like, I can't believe the writing. I can't believe that it was this. You know what I mean, or whatever. Like, I just
This is how my days are. This is how my days are. Where I find something where I realize, okay, all right, I hear, I feel your sense of humor.
I'll say out loud like, fair enough. Fair enough. I hear you. I
I
see it.
put
I
this
see
shit
what you're
out
doing.
there, and here it is
Yep.
manifesting right now.
Yep.
And yeah, so many things that are lining up just perfectly. And so I'm in this really juicy space for collaboration, however that works out. And I can't wait for the energy for me to go. it's time for me to go and visit Dr. Meg. Or maybe it's
Yeah.
time Dr. Meg and
Take a
I
trip to
that we
Japan.
meet
Yeah.
someplace. Maybe
Yeah.
we meet in India. Maybe we meet in
Yeah.
Honduras. Maybe we meet in Jamaica. Yeah,
I'm
who
down for that.
knows?
Yeah. Who knows? I
Yeah,
like it though. As soon as you said that, I was like, I think we meet somewhere. And then I think it's like
yeah.
I've had so my the reason I was asking about
Because I'm
like
giving up my U.S. citizenship. I'm
oh
giving up all belief in all of that, in empire.
yeah,
No, I want to live outside. I want to travel outside. Thank you,
absolutely.
U.S. You have given me so much energy. You've been so much of a part of the programming and upbringing I've gone through. But now I'm just going to move on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm very ready to like. I was like, I have my birth certificate and my like degree certificates. I was like, I think I'm gonna burn them all. I guess my next ritual, just burn
Do
them
you
all.
know I threw away my degree certificates? All of my wellness training, Reiki training certification, I put them all in the garbage because I had a moment back in 2019 that if there was any job that required me to have a resume, that was not a fucking job for me.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Anything that required to know what my certifications were, that was not where I was building. That is not where I was going.
I love it.
I just
Exactly.
knew that very, very clear. Yes, there was this little part of me, this human part of me, but girl, are you fucking sure? We invested in these. We went to the schools and the trainings, and are you sure you don't want to remember them at least?
Yep.
Maybe, put a note on when you did that. I said, no, that's not where I'm going. That's not where my creativity is taking me to. I am disengaging from those belief systems and being limited within the construct of those belief systems. Even
Yep.
capitalism and money and the things that I've gone through in the last 7 years to come to a resonance of how do I play with the fact that I do need money in order for food, in order to ensure my housing, to be responsible for having this body, and how do I play and engage with this realm in such a way that I never self abandon. I only do what is juicy that I fucking want to do, right?
Yep.
That excites me, that says, yes,
Mm-hmm.
no more
Mm-hmm.
obligations. I free myself.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to come and free me of those obligations.
Yes.
Nobody outside of me is going to free me from those obligations. It's me that has to disengage myself from those obligations. It's me who has to step out and go, is ground going to follow me? Even though it looks like I'm stepping off a fucking cliff right now.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I've always found ground. I've always found where my feet landed
Yes.
every
Yes.
time I
Yes.
took that exercise.
Yeah, I do. I do. It's so beautiful. I've just gotten I was going to mention this the earthrising.com where they're meeting and I because I've had this picture of us meeting like a huge council of women actually and
Mm,
that we go and while you were speaking I saw us in Ethiopia. I saw us with Yoki in Ethiopia because I've talked to
mm,
Yoki about coming from Ethiopia but it's like several months
mm,
before she can go.
mm,
And she's
mhm,
young and doesn't have money, it's like it's hard for her,
mhm,
but it's easier for
mhm,
us. And I'm always like,
mhm.
what do I do? Because I have some savings from when my mother died. She had a life insurance
I
policy.
got a
And
little
then,
story about wanting to go to Ethiopia.
do you?
Ah, aha, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, because that's like the heart. That's the motherland right there. I mean, it's all motherland, but that's the it has been it has been colonized, but as Yoki says, it officially is the only country that hasn't been colonized. It's everything's colonized
Yes,
because of the economy, but
yes.
it's our motherland. Okay? It's our original home.
Mm.
And she's such a beautiful young woman, and it's like I want. It's like when I picture the wealth transfer, I'm like I just give it all to I don't give it all to Yoki, but it's like Yoki gets the first. You know what I mean? Because she gives it, and like some of the money I paid her, she gave it to orphanages in Ethiopia. Like it's like she would just make all of Ethiopia glow. You know what I mean? Like she's so magical. And it's almost like I'm gonna cry. It's like I see us all like around her and in that land. And I wonder if we all don't just travel there together.
So one of the pictures that I've seen is I got this vision very early on. I think it was like 2018, 2019 of doing a retreat style experience, but without the capitalism. There's no
Mhm.
fucking website. Everybody just finds their way there.
Yeah.
They find their own accommodations. We can talk about neighborhoods that we could, stay in, look for this neighborhood to book a
Mm.
place. But, if somebody needs to share, they negotiate that with each other.
Mhm.
Um, and part of the experience that was being shown to me in 2018 and 2019 was an initiation where we were buried in the soil, everything
Mm.
covered up to our neck, just our arms, our feet, our legs, our whole entire bodies into the soil.
Mm.
And and I've been moved by that vision for a long time. And
Mm.
yeah, so
Beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Oh, beautiful. We go bury ourselves in the earth.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. That this
I
is an
like it.
experience for women who prioritize their spiritual journey as being that important,
Yes.
that they
Yes.
follow their intuition, that it's that important to them, that the idea, because I came to this cruxus of not having any money, having to be responsible for my body, not wanting to self abandon myself by going back and doing jobs just for money. I was at a
Mhm.
place where my system said, we will never do that again. We don't give a fuck if we need to commit suicide to get out of this reality, because if you're saying that's the only way that we have to exist, that we can exist on this planet, this is when I come out, because I've lived 7 years of following my intuition and never having to compromise myself. I have only been tested by my own ideas that I needed to compromise myself. But when
Mhm.
I stood up and I said, no, I will not compromise this, energy and spirit made it happen. They said,
Yes.
you call the shots. You called the limitation, so we just gave you the limitation to play with. But
Yep.
now that you know that you called the shots and you're saying, no fucking way am I going to stay in some flea bag accommodation. No fucking way am I need to compromise on feeling safe. No
Yes.
fucking way that I need to sleep on a couch if I don't fucking want to sleep on a couch. If I want a whole bedroom to myself, I set those standards. And
Yes.
everything moves in order to create that for me. Right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful.
And yes, that's where I was at. I was at that crossroads in August, July, August, um, and guess what? The universe came and met me,
Yeah.
brought me back to stay with my mother, to work with this mother wound, and it was all part of the tension spot and the tightening and the pressure to turn me into a diamond, turn this life into a diamond, you
Yeah.
know? Because
Yeah.
there was so much juiciness in all the details that I put into this fucking story. Well, I also put in the details that we turning this shit to diamond. We're making all of this,
All of it.
a joyous
100%.
ride. That it was worth all of it. It was worth all the drama. It was worth the tears. It was worth the suffering. It was worth the orgasms. It was worth the misunderstandings. It was worth the great view and the breeze and the Indian food and everything. All the
Mhm.
experience. It was worth all of it. It was worth
Yeah.
all of it.
So
So
beautiful.
yeah, I would love to be in a space with other women who vibe with that, who vibe
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like we claim ourselves, we anoint ourselves and each other as the counsel for paradise. Like we envision it, we are writing it. And then, it's like I've said, like the women are the designers and the men are the builders kind of thing. Obviously not so cut and dry, but that we architect it and then watch
Hmm.
it get built in front of our eyes, but that
Yes.
we claim the seat. and we
Mm.
gather and I don't know, have a film crew or whatever, live stream it and just claim it. So
Yeah.
see how it
I
arises.
see
But
that. I see that in you claiming it more and more, fine tuning it. Yeah.
yeah,
And I say to those that might consider it crazy or flimsy or whatever, I'm like, we're creating a story. This is the one we want to create.
yeah,
You know, if it doesn't
exactly.
resonate with you, it's cool. It's cool.
It's
We're not
it's
wanting
cool.
you to, we're really only wanting people that it resonates with, because only with those people will it be easeful. Will
Yeah,
it flow, you know? That
but
even the hiccups
exactly
we will know
true,
are part of the flow. Even the hiccups we will know is part of the flow,
true
right?
that.
Because
And
we're living life on that level.
I would say the whole countries at war with each other. That's the flimsy story. The flimsy
Mm,
story that we're separate and
mm,
at war and in competition and opposition to each other. That's
mm,
very obviously not the case, whether you take a scientific lens or a
mm,
spiritual lens. Same, same.
mm,
It's obviously not true. So the delusion is
mm,
separation, not togetherness. The delusion is war, not paradise. There's more research than we could ever need to prove that, but we also already know it in our bones. So, you know, just consider that the story you've been told is all lies. And that's what we're saying. That's why I was glad Trump was elected, is it shows the insanity of the story,
yes.
you know.
Yes, and I've also seen that the correct contraction of the insanity of the story, and how it's moving more and more of us to live free, to be
Exactly.
free, to speak out loud, to
Yeah.
make, to write, to paint, to travel, to do live streams, to have conversations, to go back to school, whatever it is that feels the most juiciest thing for you to do, that you're investing more and more into creating your own life. And what
Yeah.
is this life that I came here? What's the infiniteness of this life that I came here?
Mhm.
Because I've created and I've been involved in a very contracted, limited picture of this life. How could creating a more expansive, what is more expansive?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what does
Exactly.
that
What is
feel like?
more? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Stretch and play. Play. It's what we do when we play. Just play with your
Yeah,
vision. It's whatever. It's
yes,
an endless canvas. What do you want to paint? What do you want to
yes,
create?
yes,
It's your playground. It's literally one big diorama.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, very much so. And meeting and hearing from women like you that, because what I have finally come to settle with is the structure of capitalism and meeting with people doing one-on-one type of work, is I've set on $20 to make an appointment, so that I am holding my space, my energy available for you for that appointment. And
Mhm.
your investment is $20 to say, I'm going to be at that appointment because I'm ready,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you tell me, how much time do you have available? And then we line up with guidance,
Great.
and we just share what we have to share. And whatever you have to share back, that's between you, your intuition, your bank account, your nervous system's belief, your
Love it.
intuitive call, what you're following into, because that's your story to create, right?
Love that. Love that. Yeah, exactly. The amount to hold the spot and then an amount to that fits the expression, that fits the experience.
Yes,
Yeah, whatever that
yes,
person is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
yes.
combination of the old model and the new.
Oh, that old model where we put price tags for our time, money in exchange for our time, money in exchange for
Exchange.
our energy. Oh,
That
and it's
word
going to happen in
exchange,
50.
exchange. It
Yeah,
zeroes it out, right? It's an X to change.
The
Ugh.
session is 50 minutes. No, the session is 55 minutes. No, the session is an hour and a half. I couldn't work with that. My creativity was saying, "Oh, you're putting so much fucking rules on me,
Yeah,
girl."
yeah, exactly. I can't. Me too. Me too. I mean, I did it for years, these 60-minute sessions, and I had to, and I would see 8 people. I mean, I worked so much. Oh, so awful. But now I'm $1 billion an hour.
Yes.
Because if you're gonna
Yes.
make me give you it, if you're gonna get me on the if it's not a public expression of our freedom, if I don't have a free microphone and the time to do whatever I want, and you're gonna put me on the
Mm,
schedule, then you got to pay me
mm,
$1 billion. You got to seed fund
mm,
the my freedom
mm.
and everybody's freedom. We got to
Yeah,
be a big movement.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And then
Yeah,
I'll go to
man.
Ethiopia. Yeah, yeah. But maybe we'll go to Ethiopia before
Oh.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, maybe we will. Because
yeah.
it has to be in tune. It has to be a fuck yes for me
Yeah, fuck
to,
yes.
to have
Easy,
that
fun.
resonance and
Yeah.
yeah. And I want to see, when my energy started opening up, I don't know if you know anything about my story, but part of how the energetic part really amplified in releasing was from doing network chiropractic care when I
Mm,
was in Asheville, North Carolina.
mm,
And I was going to a chiropractor there, Dr. Brian Lum. His practice is called something different now. He doesn't do what he was taught. He actually created something, but it opened up an energy in me. And when this, I don't know, Kundalini experience happened, so much of my expression became liberated,
mm.
you know?
Yeah.
And one of the initial things was like my body became like a Ouija board. It became so hyper reactive and aware, me
Mm.
feeling and it responding in movement or sound or whatever. And I was at a place at the beginning part where I couldn't even go to women's gatherings. Just to sit with women in a circle would start my energy going in like spastic.
I've been there.
And
I've
if
been
I
there.
was around
Yeah. Not like
and,
that,
and
but
if
yeah.
I was around women who weren't comfortable with energetic expression and how spirit expresses in a multiplicity in different ways, it was disconcerting for them.
Here. Yeah, I'm cool with it, but I get it. It's something. Kundalini gets going. Yeah.
It was disconcerting for them. So I have been putting into the pot of the universe. I want to play with people who can play on my level. I want to
Yes.
play where people know that this exists and they want to amplify this even more because they're just in the play of it to see, let's see what the fuck happens.
Totally,
Let's
totally.
see what
Let's see
happens.
what. Yes, like, I want to see what happens. I'm in. I'm all in on whatever happens, and I
Yes.
trust it, and I
Yes.
trust my body, and I trust you, and I'm all in.
Yes.
Yes, I'm that. I've freed
Yes.
myself so fully that that I'll let this be a complete improv scene. I have no idea what it's gonna be. I used to, I don't know
Yes.
if you know that part of my story. I used to teach my grad students improv with my ex-husband, who's an improv instructor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Because they would be
Improv.
so like right before they went to internship, right? They were so wanting to be good therapists and follow the script. And I was like, there's no fucking script. You have to just be with this person. You have to be real. You have to be authentic. Everything you knew, everything you've learned in the last 4 years, throw it out completely. I'm gonna make you do improv.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is really interesting because there was a time I was listening on. Sometimes most of the time I'm listening to things, I'm watching things that are teaching me things. I'm just so really thirsty and hungry for information, learning about history, learning about philosophy, all kinds of things that my energy is now free and available because I don't live in a world of shoulds anymore. Because I live in this juicy place of intuition. So much space is now is there to go, oh, I want to learn about history. What was going on? How did all these places, all these things interplay? Because I know that we're living in a multidimensional experience. And plus, each person, each perspective is creating another layer of another
Yeah.
dimension, right?
Yeah.
In
Yep.
their creativity. So, like, okay, show me what are the answers? What are the answers, right? And so one of the people I was listening to for a little bit of time, he's very, very well known in the medicine circles. Aubrey Marcus. So I learn things on information, and sometimes I just go into pure old gossip. So I found myself on somebody's page who does readings or whatever, and he was doing reaction videos. And he was talking about Aubrey Marcus and his wife and how they brought in a third person and then they brought in a fourth person. And apparently, that fourth person, that second male, he's into
Who I know, by the way.
improv.
I know Josh. I know that guy. I used to go to ecstatic dance with him in Chicago. Womanizing creep.
And
But
guess
anyway.
And guess what? Why am I not surprised by that? Because I'm recognizing this intersection about my peak and interest about improv wasn't about Josh or Aubrey Marcus. It was you. It was also to recognize another layer of why we are in connection with each other.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
no.
as
Yeah,
another
Josh is
identifier.
Josh is not funny. Josh is a bad I mean, bless him. But he's terrible stand up. And he's got like the spirit of he's not, you know what I mean? Like he ain't it. He's got the fake
It's like a
dreadlocks, you
pretty
know what I mean?
cardboard box.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah, yeah.
pretty cardboard box. A
It's
really pretty cardboard. Yes.
really
Very
pretty
pretty to look
cardboard box.
at.
Yes, very,
Yes.
very. Yeah,
Yes.
and I liked him being his ecstatic dance. I gotta say, he'd play the drums. Oh, there's Josh. There's the pretty boy. But going to him for instruction, no, no. He comes to us. He comes to me.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
yeah. So I
Yes.
saw that he
Yes.
was like played at their recent third marriage or something. They've gotten married three
Oh.
times, and I'm always like, you think this time it's gonna stick? Like it's just, why are you doing? And
Oh.
they were there with RFK Jr. and his wife Cheryl Hines, who,
Oh. Oh.
and he just had just been like found out that he had this affair. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? What is this charade? Like, get off it! Get off it! This is incredible. It's incredible. Like, do you like none of the emperors have any clothes? Like, you don't have any clothes on in public.
You, yes. Don't you realize you're naked?
Yeah, like everybody sees you're naked and it's really ugly. Like you've got abs, but it's really ugly. Oh, oh. I just
Oh.
laughed and laughed when I saw it. And the same thing,
Look.
I don't follow them or anything, but I like ran across it and I was like, "Oh Josh, oh Aubrey, oh Vylana, oh boy," like and I'm like, "Come just come here. Like give it up. Give up the spiritual leadership thing. Come here, like come hang out. Just listen. How about boys? How about stop talking for a year? Just listen for a year. Just give yourself a year. Or not even it could be 6 months. Just zip it. Just I love you, but stop talking, and
Ooh,
we'll
try
take
no
over. We
sex
got
as
it from
well
here. We
too.
got it from here.
Maybe a period of celibacy might be called for.
That's exactly celibacy and
Stand
silence.
back from the alcohol. Stand back from the alcohol.
Yeah, don't put a
Close the
fix into
liquor
the end.
cabinet.
Yeah, exactly. Stop pretending you're receiving messages from ISIS about the polyamory. It's like ISIS isn't into. She's not into it. That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
Stop pretending that this isn't an ISIS that you created so she can say whatever the fuck you want her to say,
Exactly.
okay?
Exactly. Stop pretending it's a she, first of all. It's a very little he. It's a tiny little he between your legs.
Making that story up.
Exactly. He's he's not a wise one. He's not. He's really not. He's not good. He's not an expensive consultant. He's really.
Oh, look,
Oh.
I will give you some of my time and attention, and I will stand back, and I will listen, and I'll feel into the vibration. And I go, okay, is this going where I'm going, or is this going someplace else?
It's going
So,
That's it.
Aubrey
That's it.
Marcus and Josh, whoever you were all just bringing me right here to Meg right now.
Exactly. Here we are. Here we are. Full improv all the time. That's it. Everything is improv.
Oh,
You know, the like the
oh,
loosest sketch of like here's the plan, and then it's full improv from there.
yes, yeah, yeah. And so I'm like a fuck yeah to all different ways of com- creating a community together. How would that look like? Hopefully in a lush green place.
Yes, it's lush and
Um,
green for sure.
or I'll come and visit your community when it's lush and green.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Or a few days of snow if we really have to do it. Yeah.
Totally, totally. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's lush and green all the way for me. And it's lush and green here now. It's the wet season in Central California. So,
Okay.
but it's actually been like 65 and 70. So it's been
Yes.
nice.
California was a nice little place for me to visit. I came there and I got my yoga certification back in those days when I needed that.
Oh,
Santa
wow.
Barbara. And then I had
Yeah.
an experience at Yosemite. I went to visit
Mm.
Yosemite and then I did a Thai massage course. I bet you know the guy. Thai yoga massage. Saul David Ray.
I don't know. I've Santa Barbara. I'm still new to California. I only moved here in
Oh,
2018,
really?
and I was in Santa Cruz for
Okay.
2 years. So I've only been in St. Louis near Santa Barbara since 2023.
Okay.
Yeah. And only where
And
I'm at now, a year
it's
and a half. Yeah.
okay. So
So
this is the place that's resonating for you right now.
100%. This is like, yeah, I was meant to be here. I mean, so many synchronicities and cool things. It's a whole nother story. But
Mm.
when I landed here, I was like, I fell in love with the house, the cottage. And then I realized, oh, the place is like so magical where I can walk for hours and not
Mm.
see anybody and just commune with the land.
Mm.
And it's just magical. So, and the Central Coast
Mm.
is it's right exactly in between the Bay Area and LA. So it's just got this
Mhm.
like, and it's quiet and small. Like all the villages are small. It's a fishing village or a
Mm.
desert town,
Mhm.
and it's like quiet and um, sweet. There's a sweetness here.
Mm.
Like San Luis Obispo looks like
Mm.
a Hallmark town, and
Wow.
then people are also self-sufficient, and there's a lot of ranchers. So there's a lot of like and people the feeling of California is freedom seekers. People come
Mm.
to be free.
Mm.
So and then there's something
Mm.
really particular about this land. It was really founded in the 70s and 80s. A lot of folks moved out of LA and
Mm.
swore that they wouldn't let the smog and the overrun that happened there happen. So they bought up all this land. There's all these preserves and reserves everywhere,
Mm.
making sure that there's no urban sprawl. So it's just
Right.
got this charm and a quaintness and a sweetness to it that is like
Mm.
sealed in. It's like sealed.
Right. Yes.
And a real respect for the native people and the elders and the land itself. Like the land is sacred
Mm.
and the land speaks. So where I'm in this state park that's just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes right near the beach, you know. So
Wow.
it's
Look
cool.
what you created.
Yeah.
Damn. Yes.
Absolutely. Out
Yes.
of quite a trial, but it was, yeah, exactly. But I
Yes.
feel very much like you, where I'm like, it's a small little cottage, a lot of my stuff's in storage. It's just,
Mm.
I'm ready to
Mhm.
go. Like I'm not attached.
Mm. Yes.
And I'm ready to create incredibly rich, beautiful coastal communities. Right. I've got my
Mm.
GoFundMe ready to go. um,
Mm-hmm.
and and like have a gathering spot, and many of them, and what I
Mm-hmm.
think first happens is travel, is we all travel and migrate and find
Mm-hmm.
our communities and pick up our codes and let our instinct just migrate, like birds.
Yes.
That's going to be, there's
Yes.
this big wave of that's occurring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
before our bodies can move, if our pocketbooks don't allow, it's not the right time. All of those things are the reasons why we end up in one place. Then the internet, being able to connect on the internet with those voices, amplifying your own voice, amplifying their voice,
Yeah.
is going to bring you more and more into that collective creative field
Yes.
of of you meeting
Yes.
up with those that you are to meet up with on this
Yes.
level, on a personal level, or maybe it's text messaging, maybe it's meeting on a video call once a week or something like that that you do privately in order to amplify that connection. There's so many creative ways of us doing this.
Yeah.
We are not
Beautiful.
restricted. Our imaginations are restricted, but we ourselves are not restricted.
Beautifully said. Perfect. Yes, exactly. There's zero restriction, no limit at all. At all. As Claudia says, we can live forever. Literally whatever we want, we can create. So,
Yes,
so glad to be creating with you.
yes, yes, very much so.
Mm.
Oh,
Woo!
Ethiopia!
Ethiopia.
There
Oh,
was something
woo.
about, I saw pictures of the soil, like this red, orange,
Mm.
such variety of soil that I'd never seen before. And then I just got to see it for myself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love, like, there's nothing I want to do more. I've never done it, but a mud bath, it just always sounds like, I would love it. I just love it.
Just to
Mm.
feel that alignment. And there's something, it's part of an initiation that they do in Africa. And the idea is that you stay there for 10, 12 hours and you're there buried and you're watching the sky. You're
Mm.
watching yourself, the earth move with you as, all of that, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, you're immersed in the earth, experiencing yourself in motion.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm.
Experiencing ourselves in
As the
motion,
earth.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
And seeing the play. Yeah,
yeah. Beautiful.
yeah,
So much ahead of us. So many beautiful things.
yes, very much so. I am there for all of it. Let me tell you, 62 is juicy as fuck, boy.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Every year it's just getting better. So I see. Yeah, beautiful.
That is
Couldn't be
something that
more
I have
beautiful.
that I've done for a long time. It just came kind of natural to me maybe at 40 and after 40 where I started recognizing how every year was just better than the last year. This and then I found myself going, "Oh, they told us it was going to go worse. Like as you got older, the experience was going to get worse." And I'm like, they were wrong about that too.
Right.
Even that they were fucking wrong about.
Like
That's
everything
not
they said
true.
is the opposite. Exactly.
Everything is literally the opposite. We're living on an opposite planet,
Yes.
right?
Upside down
If they
world.
tell
Yeah.
you men, it's actually women, right?
Young, it's
If they
actually
tell
old.
you light, it's actually dark. If they tell you dark,
Yes.
it's actually light,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. 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 Which doesn't make anybody superior. It's just, again, the ordinal thing. It's upside down. So it's not like
Yes.
what's on top or bottom is less than. It's just this is the right, like, it's like this is how it's meant to set. Do you know what I mean? Like the bottom of the tower is not less than the top of the tower. But when you have a world that goes like this, it's fucking
Yes.
topples, you
Yes.
know?
Of course it's not going to be able to be balanced. Of course,
Of
right?
course,
Of
exactly. Of
course.
course.
Yes.
Watch it fall every fucking time. We set,
Yes. falls every fucking
It does.
time.
It's only going to fall every time. It's extremely predictable. If we put women as the base, it's going to stand every time.
Yes,
And I actually
yes,
quite like it to
yes,
mirror this circle, right, or the pentagon or whatever that is. And then men are the point. They're singular. They
yes,
can be singularly focused. We're
yes.
multi-focused, and that works
Uh-huh.
together beautifully, right? This is the
Yes.
end of a wand, right? But the feminine is first. I used to have a wand. The ocean took it back at point conception. She just was like, I want it back because it had a Lemurian crystal on the end. She wanted that
Okay.
crystal back because this is the Lemurian coast. So I
Okay.
want to make a new wand at some point. But right, so the wand, the energy goes through the feminine and then into the masculine that it makes it pointed. It's so
Yes.
so beautifully balanced. Just, let's just get it right side up.
No wonder we're so sick and diseased and full of anxiety and depression. Because we're trying to make the pointed part stay and be the balanced part, and it's not meant to be. It's the other way around.
It's the
Yeah.
other way around. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And
Yes.
men who get that, men who let their woman lead, and who just do for her, and they're pointed and they're focused on her. They're the happiest men I've
Mm.
ever met. They are just blissed out, like literally blissed out. Mm,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. You hear that, men?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's exactly how we go. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know what balance feels like, and
yeah,
this ain't it. And let's just play.
yeah.
Let's play.
Play and remember.
I never I had a yearning desire not to leave this earth with my songs still in me. And I got so many more songs. The more songs I start sing now, I realize the more songs I have.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Me too. Same, same, same. I'm like, I have more. I have 100 ideas a day. Just what I really want is a producer. You know what I mean? Us women, we need the producers, right? We're the directors. We need our producers.
Yes.
Make it happen. Like
Yes.
like a number one, like
Yes.
Captain Picard. We need a number one. Make it happen, number
Yes.
one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. And our desiring is actually creating that.
It's true.
Yeah, our
It's true.
desiring is actually creating it. It's calling it in. It's calling
It's
it in. It's calling
Ain't
it
that true?
in.
That
It's
is true. Thank you for the
claiming it.
reminder of that.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
that's
what
right.
we're needing. This is the assistance that
Yes.
we need.
Calling in the
Bring it
men, the
in.
lovins.
Bring it in. Bring it in. Yes.
Bring it in.
Yes.
Love it. Love
Yes.
it. Good, good,
Yes.
good. Okay, beautiful. Wow. Should we read it more? Or are
Well,
we ready to I'm hungry. I'm
yeah,
gonna
go
get some
ahead.
some
Read
food.
more. Read more.
Okay,
Read
read
more,
more.
just in case.
Okay,
At
just in
least
case.
read the
That's true.
people that have been participating with us.
Totally. Bill says, I love you both. Thank you, Bill. We love you. He says, this is great shit. This is
Yes,
great shit.
man.
Thanks for the great shit. Right back. Abby.
Yeah,
Hi,
man.
Abby.
Good shit.
Good shit. The great news about all the insanity is that we are remembering who we are. That's great. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Randolph says the answer, my friends, is leaf blowers in the wind. The answer is leaf blowers in the wind.
You ran over and put that in a song.
The answer, my
My
friends,
friends is blowing in the
blowing in the
wind.
wind. The answer is leaf blowers in the wind.
Blowing in the winds. Yes, man.
Oh, silly goose time. Randolph says
Oh
in
my God.
1968, Paul McCartney had that same spontaneous intuitive orchestration vision and assembled that orchestra and created A Day in the Life on the Sgt. Pepper's album. Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, I
wow.
haven't listened to the Beatles in so long.
Yeah.
Bill says we have the same powers within us, only we don't physically transform. We mentally transform. Yes, I deny consent to anyone overstanding my authority. Beautiful.
Mm.
Fennel Seed Annie says, yes, humanity's dark night of the soul, and Trump is the catalyst. Yes, yes.
Mm.
So clear. The trumpet. The
Yeah.
catalyst. Hi, NetFA. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Eve. Hey, love. What a great smile. Yes, yes, yes. Eve says the more we declare it, the more they will listen. Because, like Beyonce said, we run the world. Facts. Facts.
Eh, you hear that? I didn't understand that until that movie with Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I didn't
Chirac.
understand the extent of our power until that movie with Spike Lee. And I've
Yes.
been waiting for this planet to be ready for women to say, I've had enough.
Yes.
Enough.
Enough.
Enough,
We have
enough,
all the
enough.
power. We say no more.
Yes.
Exactly. For those who don't know, it's the movie Chirac is this story of the women in Chicago deciding to withhold sex. It's the Lysistrata play, the Greek play, so that men stop with their gang violence, and it works.
Even the sex workers, even the
Even the
sex
sex workers.
workers, they're
Even the
like,
sex workers.
right? And
Yep.
how I see this kind of a movement building is for people like for sex workers who that was the work that they made their money in order to be able to join an alliance with us and this global intention for the
100%.
planet, that
Yep.
we supply them with money to be able to live on so that they can make this boycott and they can make this
Yep.
transition to other forms of
Yes.
sustaining themselves, right?
Yes.
These are the
Yes.
women on the front lines, the single mothers that are least able to make these type of flexible fuck no to the system kind of a move. How
Yep.
can we support them when they want to be part of that movement but their life
Yep.
circumstances, right?
Yeah. a hundred
Because
percent.
if you're a single mother, you have what is the word? A duty of care
Yep.
to
Yep.
care for your young ones. So
Yep.
you got to make sure that they get fed. How can
Yes.
we support you as a community of women to being able to transition into a life where it's built on your choice?
a
That can
hundred
give you
percent.
that buffer to understand that your life is built on choice and you can go from the next juicy thing to the next juicy thing to the next
Yeah.
juicy thing,
And we got you. And
right?
I think one of the best ways to do that is, as a woman with more privilege, is to charge for my time, is actually to not do no more unpaid labor. My vision
Mm,
is like everything becomes OnlyFans. So women's
mm,
meaning
mm,
like we charge for our time. So now I don't
mm-hmm,
give men who don't stand with matriarchy, with women-led society, I don't give them the time of
mm,
day. They get zero
mm,
from me. They get none of my
mm-hmm,
labor. They get none of my attention
mm-hmm,
because
mm-hmm,
they need to stand with me to
mm-hmm.
for me to value my time with you. My time is too valuable to you.
Yes,
And that's why I'm $1 billion
yes,
an hour. But I'm like, I think
yes.
all women should be right now $1,000 a minute for any man to talk to who's
Mm,
like asking for our time, who isn't 100% on
mm,
board with us, who isn't supportive, who
mm,
isn't right,
mm.
because so we all turn into sex workers because it is all sex work. It's all
Yes.
right, like it's all
Mrs.
prostitution.
So and so was free sex work. You didn't know
Yeah,
it, but it was
exactly.
free.
Exactly. Exactly. It was free sex and free maid work and free child labor, like raising the children. Like,
Yes, yes,
if you total up the
yes,
work, it's she's a
yes,
$300,000 a year, laborer. So
yes.
yeah. And then but that like 300,000 a year is it's underpaid. Like if we're gonna pretend that money is real, then like pay us what we're worth, $1,000 a minute
Mm-hmm,
for any woman's attention. For a man.
mm-hmm,
So it's all
mm-hmm.
OnlyFans. It all is OnlyFans, and then that lifts all of us out of poverty, out of being the domestic laborers, being the unpaid laborers.
Do you know who introduced me to the idea before you? Was this young woman I was telling you about. She was born in the UK, but she's of Nigerian parentage. Her podcast is called The Slum Flower.
Mm,
She doesn't give a time a day to any man who is not uplifting her financially in some way.
yep.
She does not give her time for free. Her
Yep.
time is for her own upliftment. Her
Yep.
time is for her own interests and her hobbies. Her time is learning a new skill. Her time is rest. Her time is being a creative,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Exactly.
If a
Yep.
man wants to talk to her, he got to go on the website, and she's got a website of gifts that he can buy, and he's
Love it.
going to buy a gift, and it's not even going to guarantee him that she'll meet with him,
No. Yeah,
but
exactly.
it'll get her attention. That's it,
I love it.
right?
I love it. I've
Right?
there's a trend on TikTok going around of like just put your Cash App, put your Venmo, put your PayPal in your bio. And then just like see what happens, you know? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
for men, same thing. It's like I like you can pay me and then we'll see.
Yes.
You know, I don't owe you anything.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
you put a big enough
Yes.
amount in there, maybe I'll consider
Yeah.
talking to you, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we need to
And
do.
if you're interesting, if you seem interesting enough, because I'm not
Yep.
going to be bored, you're not
Yep.
going to be paying for my time where I also have to suffer because you pay for my time. No,
No,
no.
no, no.
You're
No.
paying for my time, but I'm going to be having a good time. If
Yep.
you aren't part of the vibing of having a good time, we shut that shit off.
Done. We're done.
Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
Yep. And this is the real value. We haven't been able to claim our real value as women because we had to survive. We had to be attached to men. But we can now because
Right.
here we are together and we all agree our value is it's like the stock is up. The stock is up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's going up by the
Yes.
minute because 4B
Yes.
is
Yes.
established. Like we're done. Like women are
Yes.
done. So $1,000 a minute starting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Totally get it. That is very much in the spirit of the slumflower. This young woman, I'm 62 and she's probably in her 30s. She has been teaching me so much to get me out of being that pick me that I was most of my life.
Yep.
Right?
Totally
That
wrong
one that was
too.
looking for that fairy tale.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah? That
Yep.
one that made me an easy mark for men. That
Yes.
I was
Me
willing
too.
to give my time, my resources, my energy, my juicy body for
Yep.
very little in exchange,
Totally.
right?
Totally. We learned
And
it from
I'm
our mother,
like,
who learned it from their mother, who had to survive.
exactly,
Yeah.
right. And so I've decided I don't play that shit no more. My time is just way too fucking juicy.
Yep.
It just
Yep.
is.
It just is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Awesome.
Well, have you read all of this?
No, I haven't. Let's go back here. Um,
Mm.
uh, Netafe says, y'all are riled up and I love it.
Yeah, man.
He says, yes, men tell us all the time we hold the power and they respect us more when we demand respect. Exactly. Listen,
Mm.
sex workers
Mm.
understand better than anyone how men need to be held accountable. No woman left behind. Love that. No woman
Mm.
left behind. Exactly. And in that,
Mm.
no man left behind. You know?
Right.
When we
Yes.
reclaim it, then they know their spot, they know their role, they know how to be.
Yes.
They have an orientation.
Yes.
They have no orientation
Yes.
if we don't give it to them.
Yes.
He says
They
yes, yes,
have
yes.
only to gain. They have
Only to
only
gain.
to gain.
Yes, exactly. She says the Bible says her price is far above rubies. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Above everything.
Yes. Yes. And
Yep.
us coming into our own realization of this, oh, you know, the lostness was worth it, Meg, for me
It
finding
was.
myself.
It was. It's so fun. Totally, 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 and to find ourselves together. Oh, it's so fun. And then to fall,
Yes.
it's like, and like, it's like just women. I mean, I'm a heterosexual woman. I've tried otherwise, but like to be so in love, it's just it's just the reality. Um,
Yes.
but I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be. Um, you know, but the women, like women being so beautiful, it's like not the pick me thing dissolving where there's no competition. There's only elevation. And like seeing your value, like I was telling my friend Crystal, who's so funny. And I was like, she's like Madison Square Garden funny. Like she should absolutely be $1 million for half an hour, every half an hour or whatever. You know what I mean? And I just, and then I'm
Yes.
like, and then I just, everybody I meet, it's like you, Eve, Ned, like everybody. I'm like, oh, I mean, to talk to Eve, to talk to Lamar, that man should be at least, you know, like it's like, it's like, like, have you seen how beautiful she is? Have you seen how brilliant she is? Are you kidding? Like, why is that man talking to her? He should be absolutely filling her, you know what I mean? Like, get in her Cash App, or, anyway. So it's just, I just am like, I just see it. It's like, oh my God, we're so beautiful. Oh my God, we're so brilliant. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I mean, we're all
Yes.
geniuses, but women, oh my God,
Yes.
women,
Women, men
brilliant.
have no problems in trying to punch up. They to
No,
trying to get a woman out of his league.
yeah,
Men, that's something I've learned from the slumflower as well too.
yeah,
They don't have
yeah,
no problem trying. She is
yeah,
out of his league, but
yeah.
hey, baby, hey, hi, beautiful.
So true. The what does somebody say? Like, there's this hilarious woman. She's on a young Asian woman on a horse on the beach, and she's like on a journey to find where men get the audacity, off to discover where men get the audacity. It's like, yeah, we need that audacity. That's our audacity. They stole our audacity, and we fucking gave it to
I'm
them.
telling you, yes, man. We need to pump up our audacity. Let me tell you.
Absolutely.
I know.
Oh.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Audacious
Wow.
expectation. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Be audacious because we
Yeah.
can, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, because we can.
Uh,
Exactly. Exactly. Netta Faye is asking, curious, any men on here today? Where do you stand in this? Yeah, the men are getting a little quiet. They're checking their pocketbooks like, ooh. Gotta work that extra shift. And by the way, oh my God, there's so, like, I love TikTok so much because the men, there's just like, it's just more raw, and it's just videos, and then men
yeah.
get it, and they're getting it, and they're like, they post like, I'm on my third shift, getting that money
Uh-huh.
together, and then they're doing like like they're like using the bird method, like doing dances to try to get women's attention. Like, what do you want? What do you need? Like they're like
The
they
birds of
get it.
paradise rehearsing their choreographed dance.
Yes, exactly. They're like, we're the pick me's, and I better get my shit together. And it's like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. The
Oh,
women are in there in the chat talking shit, Eve and
talking
Netta.
shit. Yep, exactly, exactly. Yeah. Eve says yes, and stop being afraid to ask them for money like they aren't afraid to ask us for sex. Precisely.
Ah! Ah!
Precisely. Yep. 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 Yep.
Lord Almighty. Yeah, man. That Chirac movie, Spike Lee, that inspired me 10 years ago. And I can't believe that, I'm like, maybe that inspired me because it's supposed to be something that I amplify as a message. Maybe,
Yep.
it's likely. I wrote the whole story of this whole thing, so why wouldn't I have written in Chirac and Liz Estrada and all of that shit just to go,
Yep.
hey girl, here's some clues.
Yeah.
Future time. You're going to need these little nuggets. Future time.
Totally, totally. And I love that we have all these different references. We speak all these different languages to say it in so many different ways. To
Yes.
realize, remember, like, oh, right, right, right. We've had it backward. So
Yes.
it's great. It's great to have
Yes.
all the different art, all the expressions. And Randolph is saying he's loving it. So, there you go. And then the face
Yes.
is, I mean, just checking. Fair enough. You gotta just check. They need to be at work. The world is safer when they're at work. Yes. You talk shit all the time. Life will be so much sweeter for men. Totally. Yes, they will have
Well, we got
purpose
another
again.
40 people online besides
Yep.
Netta and Eve and you and I. So, are there any other males who are resonating with this?
Yep. Yep.
Yes, who are seeing the benefits of this shift,
Yes.
um, and how it's a win-win for everybody. No more living in this life where one person has to compromise. No,
No.
none of us have to compromise.
None of us.
none of us, absolutely not, have to compromise anything. You don't want to live in community, you don't want to have people close by you, you don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. That doesn't mean you have to be your journey. You want to live in the woods? Okay, go ahead, live in the
Yep.
woods. If that's
Yep.
the best creation that you want for this life, if this is the thing that you feel is so juicy that would make it worthwhile for you to live and die as this human being, is to be out there in a little cottage by yourself out in the woods, do it. Fucking
Exactly.
do it. You owe it to humanity for you to do it. Right?
Exactly. Exactly. Well, exactly. You owe your fulfillment to us. You owe it to yourself and to us.
Yes.
You give us
Yes.
zilch. You take away from us if you aren't giving to yourself. If you aren't honoring yourself.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
you give me nothing. You give me negative value if you show up
Thank you,
compromised.
Abby. Abby, thank you for hearing and feeling this.
Jesus, I
Yes.
love this combo. Yes, yes. Yeah.
You
Such a
know?
resonance.
Absolutely not. That nobody has to sacrifice in any way. It's
No,
just
no.
a lot of unlearning. It's a
Yes,
lot of
exactly.
unlearning, but I've seen this living in a community of this kind of juiciness,
Yes.
where each one is stretched to move into what's the next inspired thing that can be done right now. Knowing that I am part of a network and all things that need to be done will get done and be done by the right people at the right time, not before, not too late. It always happens right on fucking time. And
Totally.
sometimes maybe the delay is for you to get triggered thinking that there is a delay. And all the stories you're going to make up about there being a fucking
Yes.
delay.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I know exactly. Just take the leap. Watch and see. The organism. I mean, people get nervous about living in community, but it's like because we take the old template. But if you commit that you're not going to sabotage yourself ever, you're not going to compromise, and I commit to that,
Yes.
then how can we create anything other than paradise? We won't.
You're right.
We
Yes.
because no, there won't be and if we like sense that the other person is compromising, we can talk about it. But we don't.
Yes.
It's like who would compromise if no one else is compromising? We'd never
Right.
choose. Nobody's going to choose compromise. But by given freedom, we're not going to choose compromise. So give yourself freedom, and everybody will
Yeah.
choose it. Yeah.
Yes. It's space to unwind and to remember. We have it
Yes.
within us. Like when I said in a post about during the pandemic, how nature was doing this recovery. There were pictures of California with no smog in LA. There was the Ganges, pictures of the Ganges River, that the water was this beautiful green blue. It was like iridescent.
Yes.
Our pausing and what happens so quickly just within nature and our atmosphere and our environment from our pausing. Imagine what will happen to our own lives with our pausing, right?
Absolutely.
What is
Absolutely.
possible for our lives to become because of our pausing, because of our asking, okay, body, what do you feel like doing?
Yeah.
What do you
Exactly.
feel like eating?
Everything.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like resting right now?
A hundred
You
percent.
know? And learning
Yes.
to be in practice and relationship with this body as many hours of the day that you can. If
Yes.
you have a job, you go to your job. And you can start off by just making a commitment that when I'm not on job hours, I'm not shooting myself in any way. I'm going to
Yes.
practice what feels in my range of hours that I can practice it in. I'm going to practice this a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
more that you practice it, your life will evolve you in a way that you can have more hours of the day for you to have a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yes.
Because that
Yeah.
energy wants to grow with you. That
The
energy
momentum.
wants to be in relationship with you. That
Yes.
energy is interactive and saying, I'm online to create with you. Are you ready to create with me? I've been here and I've been
Exactly.
waiting. I've
Yes.
been
Yes.
waiting.
Yes. Exactly. 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 You open a portal every time. The momentum builds every time. And then sure enough, a whole new job opportunity comes in, a whole dump of money comes in. Who knows? Just it's inevitable.
Yes.
It can't not. Yeah.
Yes.
And that conditioning, Netta Faye
Absolutely.
wrote, like, what did she say? Just shake off the conditioning shit. Exactly. It's just like it's not a big fucking process. Just fucking shake it off. It's over. We don't need to
You just gotta be tired of being tired.
I'm tired
You
of
just
being
got,
tired. I don't want to play
you
this
just
fucking
fucking ready already. You just
I'm done.
ready, all fucking ready.
Already,
You're
already.
like, you
Aren't we
know
ready
what? I
already?
can't invest more into this. I
No, I
can't
can't do it one
invest
more time.
more.
I literally like
Yes.
physically can't. I physically cannot. I mean, at the point, right, it's like I try to do something I don't really want to do. I like get sick. I can't proceed. It just, you know what I mean? Life won't let me fucking do it because it's too late. It's too
Yes.
late.
Yes. Yes. And
Might
you
be
know
too
how
late for you. Yeah.
and you know how I discovered also that tuning is that every time I went to a different land with my tent and I'm getting ready to set up, it could take me 5 to 7 days of just resting for me to acclimate to the land, to
Mm,
be able to get the permission to do something other than just eat
yeah.
and sleep. Fix
Yeah.
myself something to eat, go and rest, sleep,
Yeah.
that the
I
land
agree.
is just was just unwinding me and unwinding me and unwinding me and
Yes.
trusting that's actually taking you somewhere. No, it's not taking you into the pits of depression. No, don't be afraid. The inaction is just making it very clear that the body's done, that the body just wants you to just rest now.
Yes.
And the
Remember, the
body
muscle
will
holds its
wake
rest.
itself up.
Yes.
It will wake itself up again. It will reboot itself. Because guess what? It too came here to have a fucking juicy lifetime.
That's
To
it.
see what it was like to be the cells in our bodies, the cells of
Yes.
our skin, to be
Yes.
the cells of our hair,
Yeah.
right? To
That's
be the
it. That's all
blood
we're here
running
for.
through this body.
Yes. Just to be this body, this precious, your
Yes.
favorite. You chose an avatar that's your favorite. And she, he, they are just so, they're your absolute favorite. And you want to experience every
Yes.
little bit of them. And they want to
Yes.
experience life and they want to have a great time. And they're your child, they're your beloved. And it's just so fun to let them, to unleash them, like be the parent that unleashes your child.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember I had this juicy experience from ecstatic dance in Asheville. And I've had quite a few juicy experiences. Some of them have taken me into past lives and all that. But I remember at the end when people were resting and we were slowly coming back, I was in this awareness of, oh, I chose these legs. Look at these legs. Look at these feet. Look at these toes. Look at these titties. I drew these titties. I even wanted these titties. Imagine I get to have arms and I get to have fingers. And look at this. I can decorate this body. Holy shit. Yeah,
Ah,
man.
yeah, man. Yeah, brother. Yeah, sister. This is it. This is it. I'm standing.
Yeah, yeah, amen.
Yeah, man.
Yes, amen. I think that's what
Amen.
I'm saying. I think I'm saying, yeah, man.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
amen.
Yes,
Yeah.
sister. Yes. I never liked
Yeah.
amen though. It's like anti-men. I'm like, we're not anti-men. So I like yaman. But it's a better closing, yaman. I just love it so much. So
Yeah.
good. I was standing naked in front of the mirror last night going, wouldn't want any other body. Just she's
Shh.
chef's kiss over
If
there.
I had changed just a one little thing, it wouldn't have been this, boy. And I came for this. I came for this body. I came for
Yes.
these gray hairs on my
Yeah.
eyebrows. I came for these gray hairs in my head. I came for this skin. I came for this mole, this freckle that's growing. I came
Yes.
for all of this juiciness,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
I came for this perspective. I came
Yes.
for the storytelling ability. I came for the self mastery, this practice in self mastery. Am I going to continue to be able to be so easily manipulated by people, places, and things, and governments, and money, and all of that shit that tells me who I'm supposed to be, and if I'm supposed to be fine, if I'm not fine, and all of
Yep.
that
Yep.
shit?
Yep. All
Am I
that
going to
shit.
liberate myself of every one of those stories to discover that I wrote the script for all that bullshit just to come
100%.
to this?
Woo, I wrote a real good story. Very circuitous route. And here we are.
Yeah, man.
It was really fun. Really
Yes.
fun. It really was fun, you know?
Yes.
You'd buy the ticket again.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And I buy
Definitely.
this ticket right now. I'm on the ride now. I want this ride. I want this
Yeah.
ride in this moment with these people in this place in this body.
And I recognize that there were times in my life where it would have been easy to have gotten lost. And
Yeah.
there were times that I went around in circles, trying to find my way out of the labyrinth, you know?
Yep. Yep.
And even that was part of the experience of being suicidal, of being alcoholic, of being promiscuous. I tried so much shit on.
Yeah.
Eh? I rode so much dick. I had so much dick. I've had so much fun.
Yeah. 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 Oh, I tried it all. Absolutely.
You
Oh my.
know? Every
Yep. Yep.
single
Yep.
one of them brought me a little closer to myself, a little closer to the truth, a little
Yep.
closer to what distortion feels like and going, oh, that's not really a good fit,
Yep.
A little closer to fine tuning and discernment and being active in the creating of the life that I want to live, the experience I want to live in this life,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
All
Every
of
time
those
sharpens.
synchronicities and all of those, oh, that looks like a past life experience. Oh, I've seen that already. I've had deja vu about this. Oh, I thought about this person and they called me on the phone or they sent me an email. There's something interactive about this realm going on. How
Yeah.
do I
Yeah.
get in line with that shit? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I do. I do. That's
Why am I
it.
letting other
Yeah.
people create the parameters?
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm a storyteller too. I
Yes.
can fucking tell the story that uplifts me the most.
Exactly. Like there was somebody who wrote this story, which I'm not into. I always, since I was a
Yes.
child, I was like, "Who? Can I speak with the manager? Because I don't agree
Yes.
with this setup. This is a real.
Yes.
Who wrote this story? It's real. I got beef. Like we have jobs. We have to make money. What the fuck? What is this? Who wrote this play? But exactly, it took me running their story a million fucking times before I
Yes.
was like,
Yes.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Ah, 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 ah. Exactly. Hold on. Hold the production crew. Oh no, I'm talking to myself. Oh, I'm the production crew. Oh shit. Okay. Hold it a minute. I ain't going with this no more. I'm going on another thing. I'm
Yeah.
going off on another thing. I'm sorry. I'm creating on another realm here. I
Exactly.
see
I'm
it's
out.
possible. Why not for me? Why not
Yep.
possible for me? Why does it
Exactly.
have to be somebody else's experience and not mine?
Yep. Yep.
Anything that I have seen and imagined is actually possible.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I've
Exactly.
seen it and I've imagined it for myself. So let me lean more into that,
Absolutely.
right?
That's it.
And we're not cognitive dissonance shit. We're not spiritual bypassing. We are saying that we've practiced on the road of self mastery long enough that we're really able to see that this is some interactive shit going on here.
Absolutely.
That I am
Yes.
in creation with this realm. So,
Yes.
how do I take it up a notch?
Yeah. a
Right?
hundred percent. We take full responsibility. We claim our seat of our full power as writers, as creators.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
collaborators
Yes.
and all of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I don't
how
believe the
can we
hype.
take this shit up a notch?
Up a notch. I love it. I love it. Always up a notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's possible, why not me?
Oh yeah.
That's one of those simple questions that I've said to myself before. Oh, because you believe that you're less than? Oh, because you believe that this is how money works? Oh, because you
Yes.
believed in some limitation story that somebody else told you and they didn't
Yes.
really understand the power of the words that they were saying, and so they passed it on to you, and then you decided that they were true and all of that. And so you started creating from that limited perspective. Well,
Exactly.
all
Exactly.
right.
No. Yes.
No.
And it's like if it's not if why not me? Why not us? Like what are we, like there is no authority in the sky. There is no authority in Washington. There is no authority in
Yes.
Israel. Point to them.
Yes. Yes.
It's this. I mean, the story is so thin. We've heard it a million times. The
Yes.
bad, good guys,
Yes.
bad guys, us and them, blah blah blah.
Yes.
Heard it a million times. It's like, have you seen that story is thin? It doesn't. It's there's no author other than us. And so why
Yes.
not me? Why not us? Why not paradise? Because
And when we come to that realization, then we are no longer amplifying their message,
no, yes,
their reality. You
yeah,
know,
exactly,
when
yeah,
we come
yeah,
to that ourselves and going,
yeah,
okay, you were here in service for me to feel insecure. You were here to help me to believe in food insecurity, housing insecurity, job insecurity. You were here to make me believe in wars, that war leads to peace.
yeah,
You were here as part of me to believe in this dream of nationalism and, take it for your country and represent your country. And then you were here to be part of that mastery where it was about my religion and me identifying with my religion. And I got to take it and defend my religion and go to war for my religion or my family or all of those things
right,
that they create for us to fall in line with and makes us easier to be manipulated, makes us easier for us to be worker bees for their objectives.
yep, yep,
What
yep,
about taking mastery, self mastery to another level of realizing, oh, I've actually been creating and amplifying their story
yes,
within myself.
yes,
My commitment to that belief that they are perpetrating is me amplifying their story. Is this really the story that I want to amplify?
yeah, exactly.
Is this
And do
really
I
the
really
reality I
believe they
want to
have that
amplify?
power over me? They don't have that power over me. They only have the power we give them.
That I've given them.
Yeah,
As soon
yeah,
as I take it away from them, they have absolutely no ability to influence my existence.
yeah,
They
yep.
don't,
They don't.
right?
No,
And
no.
again, it's this message of, is all of this spiritual or is none of this shit spiritual? Because some of it can't be spiritual
It's so true. Yep.
and that
Where's the
some other
dividing line?
parts not spiritual.
Yeah,
There is no dividing line.
there's no
It
dividing line. It's
is
all
all
spirit.
an interconnection of multiple dimensions of experiencing, of
Yep.
creating,
Yes.
right?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And it's one creator. It's one eye of awareness, multiple perspectives, and then we
Mm,
and then that's the juiciness of communing with the land. It's like a greater merger, a convergence with more of myself. Like when I meet you, when I meet anyone who's in this residence, it's just me. It's like me in a
yes.
different font, me
Yes.
with a different, language or whatever, me from another angle.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
The word
Yes.
angels is really it's angles. It's it's like an angle from another dimension, an angle from
Yes.
Florida, from Mississippi, from Ethiopia. Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
all angels,
For
we're
me
all
to meet
angles.
myself.
Yes, for me to meet
Yes.
myself. Yes.
You know,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
elephant, the flower, the plant, the rock on the beach, the sand, all of it.
Yes. For
All
me to
of
meet
it.
myself ever. And then the convergence is so sweet. It's like I missed myself. I missed you. I remember you. I remember me.
Yes.
You know, I was crying the other
Yes.
day because I was like, "Oh, I miss everyone. Don't you miss me?"
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
missing my own limbs, you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I just wanna be together. I just like we just
Yeah.
all miss it's so obvious we all
Yeah.
miss each other. You know?
Yes.
Yeah,
No, and I was see when you said that, it was like for many years I had to find what that resonance of home was within me.
yeah,
You know, whether it was land or whether it was an instant, whether it's a meditation, was it this food that I just ate that reminded me of home in some kind of a way that woke me up.
yeah,
And the more I tuned in with that vibration of going, honing to myself towards home, because home is me, is my spirit essence in all expressions, whether it's in the physical or whether it's in the emotional or whether it's in the, etheric realms, or whatever those expressions of all me is really feeling into what home is. And
yeah,
so I'm having this conversation with you, and now it's 456. 456 seems to come up for me often.
yeah,
456. So, anyway, it's 456, and there's me talking to you, and I recognize who you are because you are me. I feel me in you. I feel you as me in this moment, this resonance, this recognition. It's
yep, it's
powerful,
it's so
you
powerful.
know?
It's so powerful. And it because it's all one, because we are all me, this is why I always say it's like Elon's coming too. Do you know, like, I don't know how it all plays out, but he's me too. And if
Yeah.
I were him, I'd be him. And the only thing is just
Yes.
there's just some veils over his eyes. That's all.
Yes.
But he is just as spiritual. He's just as sacred. He's just as
Yes.
part of us. He's a part of our body. Um,
He's
and
like a
so
vein in our leg that has gotten clotted up with
exactly.
cholesterol.
He's he's kind of out in space, kind of far away. He's far away from the heart. He's as far away. He's kind of a dying toe, but yes, but nonetheless, he's part of the body. Yes.
We're
Oh man,
looking at him
I
as a
literally see
toe.
them like floating off the earth. I'm like, they're still tethered to the earth. You know what I mean? And I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? What are you going to go to Mars? What's the plan? You know? And I'm just like, come, Jesus, Lord, come home already, boys.
It's like,
Prodigal
did you come
son.
up with this idea when you were high?
I
Like,
know.
how
When you're
high
on
were
the
you when
ketamine,
you came up with this?
I know. Oh, oh, God.
Yes,
But
heaven is
yes,
right here. You don't
right
have to
here,
go to
darling.
Mars to find
You have to go
heaven.
to Mars. You
Heaven
have
is
to,
right here.
and home is here. Like the word home. That's why I called it
Yes,
homecoming, right?
heaven
Right?
and home is
Home
right
is
here.
here, right here.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
We
exactly.
didn't, we wanted, I wanted the challenge of finding heaven right here in this body now.
Yes.
And there were a
Yes.
lot of obstructions from me finding heaven in this body now. There was a story of sexual abuse. There was the story of over exercising, under eating, starving, all kinds of stuff that separated me within my body. And I had to come into better relationship with my body for me to understand through this living active experience called a body that's always giving feedback.
Yes.
It's this
Yes.
tuning fork. It's always tuning in. And can I tune in more and trust this body more in where it's taking me to higher and higher frequencies? you
Yes.
know
Yes. 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 Exactly. It just takes you higher and higher, and all we it's like, who are we talking about? Me, pure oneness awareness. The more I tune into
mm.
her, she only takes me higher. She just takes me she only gives me grace and gifts and deliciousness and everything good, because she won't do anything else. Because the
Mm.
earth doesn't do anything else. Matter doesn't do anything else. She just pleases
Mm.
herself. That's all she does.
Right.
And same with
And I
me, right?
no
It's like we
longer
all have all these
ascribe.
conditioning, all these stories, but without the story,
Yeah.
it's only pleasure.
Yes.
That's it.
We need to desubscribe from those beliefs, those limited beliefs.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
We have to be willing to desubscribe ourselves from small stories,
Yes.
from you
Yeah.
know I'm it's just so beautiful the last couple of days of being able to walk around with humans and not have a story supplanted on them,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
have a story supplanted on reading their body language and their face and reading into what they're feeling and what they're thinking and projecting myself constantly onto them,
Yep. Yep.
because there was
Exactly.
no other way that I was going to do it but to project.
Yep.
We're
Yep.
all a bunch of projectionists because we're
Just
all
projection.
creating, right?
Yes. Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
all just projecting on top of each other. And there
Yes.
is a place and a space in which we can just interact with no story
Yes.
about who the
Yes.
person is, what they're saying, none of that, what it
Nothing.
means.
It doesn't mean anything.
You
Exactly.
know?
Just take meaning away is such a relief. Right? What if it doesn't mean anything? It just gets to be.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't need to. And in fact, it's not even a story. It's a lived moment to moment that we tell the story
Yeah.
after the fact. You know? Yeah.
But and then it comes back to that's the sand in the oyster shell that's creating the pearl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the pressure in the earth that is creating the diamond. Without those dis-ease, discomfort, pointing you, gearing you, oh, I think you're a little bit off. No, it's not quite, you haven't quite got it yet. That's not the whole complete truth. Keep going. There's
Yeah.
more. There's
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Totally. And I realize, I recognize now, like speaking with you and speaking with people who've found alignment, who found
Mm,
a juiciness, and the majority of our lives is following our flow, is that
mm.
we can't it's like you can't put the water back in the bottle. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. Like, we don't have to keep learning the hard way. that
No.
that we that now it's like very gentle nudges back to flow.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
That's the practice of self mastery. That's
Yeah.
what hones you in, that you don't need unattractive situations all the time to
Yeah.
be getting you on course, getting you
Yeah.
on course. At
Yeah.
some
No.
point or another, you're going to be more lined up with, oh, if I can play, why don't I play something that's really fun?
Totally.
Why don't I
Totally.
create something that's really fun?
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why not create something with the knowing and the belief that this amplification only amplifies others, is only for the good of all. It will be good for the plant life, it'll be good for the water, it'll be good for the air, it'll be good for the sky, for the galaxy, the universe. It'll good, right?
Yeah.
Its
100%.
ripple effect
Ripples. Yep.
is
Yep.
infinite,
Infinite, because it's
right?
non-local, it's not linear, it's just infinite. The photon spins in New York and it spins in Tokyo, we're all connected. So
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. We quite sent quite a
Well,
signal today. Amazing.
yes.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Ugh, beautiful, beautiful. We're getting lots of this is a restack must, Abby says.
Oh,
Gotta
thank you,
say.
lovey.
Um Listening to women talk, I mean really talk, like you two have been talking for almost 3 hours, is so liberating. Amazing.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
the more we illuminate, and Edife says, and amplify where this is happening, the better folk will see the vision and move towards it. If I, true self consciousness, be lifted up, I'll draw all men manifestations to me and we. Yes, 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 exactly. They hear the signal, they heard the bell. Take it up a
Yes.
notch. Yes. Wild altar. Is this Amy or Hannah or both of you? Yes, yes, yes. Ego does a temper tantrum at all of this juiciness. Exactly. Exactly. She can't survive in all this juiciness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ah, thank
What a
you so
beautiful
much.
afternoon.
Thank
A
you.
delight.
Yes. And you too. I'll be
Yeah.
here for those of you online. If you're interested, I'll be doing my 6:30 TGIF happy hour, flowing in sounds, where I drum and I sing at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Beautiful. Oh, good. Good. I'll have that
Yeah.
on. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Mm,
This has
awesome. Well,
just been scrumptious.
scrumptious. Lick the crumbs. Lick the plate. It's lick the plate good.
Yes, lick the plate good. Yes, exactly. Oh,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
man.
Well, yes, ma'am.
So
Well,
until
ma'am.
next time.
Until next time, no goodbyes. We'll just
Yeah.
see you down the road.
Yes,
All
very
right.
much. I can't wait to see you again.
I can't wait. I can't wait. As my friend
Ma-
Albert used to say, "See you at home. See you at home."
Yes.
So we're all home.
See
Yeah.
you at home. Yeah, man.
See you at home. Okay. Bye
Okay.
bye. Bye
Bye.
everybody. Happy Friday. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.